Hello, everyone. This is Prime Championship India, and yeah, this is the finals. A pretty strong lineup for today: ABM versus Meow Meow Gang, and I am very excited for tonight. It is pretty late. We are a bit late on the schedule as well, so let's hope this is going to be a blockbuster to make up for the delay for tonight. Yeah, we are still not in game. We are still waiting for both the teams to come in, and yeah, so that we can get along with this match and get our winners of this tournament.
Your
So with
team
me
is banning.
tonight, currently I have two co-casters, but for the being, I have Z with me to help me and Z guide you through the drafts as well. So say hi, Z.
Hey Gig, hi everyone. I hope you're all as excited for this game as I am. ABM against Meow Meow Gang. Two amazing teams who have definitely showed that they deserve to be in the finals, wouldn't you say, Gig?
Yeah, man. Both very strong. Both have crawled their way. Some actually leapt through them, we
The
could say.
hunt
Very
begins. Your
dominating
team is banning.
team ABM. And yeah, Meow Meow also were pretty good, I'd say. Did sail through it as well. So I feel
Exactly.
this is going to be one of the best matches in the tournament, and I hope so because it is the final.
Magic is my life.
Yep.
Your team
And
is
we're
banning.
actually starting off with a Ruby and a Harith ban. So it does look like both of these teams really know what to look for because Kyle on the Ruby has been enormous throughout this tournament. And same thing for Radium on the Harith. So both of these teams really doing their homeworks and their band patterns actually show it, interestingly.
Yeah, both teams do ban out one of the game-changing heroes. Ruby and Harith both have been very influential in games, as said by Z. And as well, they do bring some of the game, what could say, versatility down as well. Their flexibility in the game, in the
Your
team
team
fights.
is banning.
So I think so. Those bans do kind of seem like a
Oh,
very analytical decision.
I think we didn't have a ban from Avi, from the side of ABM. I wonder if that was actually intentional or not.
Yeah, you'll never know. It could be, it could not be intentional, but that does open up some few metas to be picked up even after the bans coming in. So, especially the heroes like Zask is something that we have seen being a game changer and not being banned out usually to prioritize over other bans. So, I think so that is
Still
now going to be
waters run
available.
deep.
Your team is
Yep.
banning.
And okay, looks like we're gonna see a Ling ban coming in from Meow Meow Gang. Both teams actually using this banning time very well, going until the end and just thinking about their bans very
Yeah,
much.
both do know what their counterparts actually play and what their favorite heroes are. So the Ling is one that was picked up by both the teams, is one of the meta heroes still. I think so has dropped off slightly, but still one of the stronger heroes. And something like a Hayabusa, I think so, could be banned out as well, since they have started
I
out
am
to
not the
ban
only one
Your
bound
the
by
team
these
Hypers,
is
but it seems
banning.
it is
chains.
4 years being banned out.
Yeah. I mean, there's a lot of heroes that are very strong still open. So the chip, I think, leaving chip open against a team like AVM and especially a player like Apex is not going to be a very smart decision. But at the same time, there's also Khalid, there's also Edith, there's also Aurora. So it's not an easy decision, to say the least.
Yeah, the new hero as well. Shuyu still open. We do have Zushin open as well. So a lot of possibilities for both the teams. So coming up with a ban, I think so is now going to be a more of
Light
a
me up and watch
pick
the
of
Oh,
what do
world
you
excellent.
want
burn.
Seconds.
against you or what your pick is not going to be good against.
Yeah, the Xbox ban is very interesting. So it looks like Meow Meow Gang actually decided to just leave everything open, leave the field open, and let's see.
Who
Like
said
if
there
you
are
get
no
one, we get
shortcuts
two.
in life? I
Yeah, with the
literally
And yep.
invented
export
one.
banned out, I think so they are
Sound
going to go for the
rises when I give the
Zushin. It could
word.
be possible, but the chip is one I think so they should have banned out. The chip has very strong early game capabilities in the right hands, and just as you said, Apex on that chip has been very good. I think so one of the strongest players in this tournament.
Talking about that though, we have 27 on the Khalid, and 27 has definitely showed how strong he can be on this aggressive EXP laners whenever he gets the chance. So this is going to be something very interesting to watch, I think.
Yeah, he has been strong. He has shown he can actually 3v1 as well in this Khalid, an unknowing hero,
My
especially in the
mission
hands of
is to
someone
protect
as good
lives.
as 27. He's going to be a menace in this game.
Yep. I, if I'm not
Awaken, brave
mistaken, it
world.
was
The
27 in the
tyrant of
quarterfinals
wrath,
who got
and
that
burn
maniac,
this
wasn't it?
wretched
You and I
world.
were
Yeah,
casting together, I think, back then as well.
yeah, I think so
And
too.
he got that maniac within like 5 minutes.
Very strong hero, has the escape, has the regen as well as the damage output, and overall rounded character completely in the meta as well. So that is going to do very well in the hands of 27, who already is a menace in the EXP lane.
And Ryu does pick up that uh, alpha. I'm guessing that Xbox ban was for Ryu as well, and then Radium picks up the Moscow for the second phase. I don't know how well the Moscow can actually do into a dive comp brought to by Meow Meow Gang. Something like the Hylos and the Khalid both have multiple ways to actually uh, dive into the Moscow, but it does seem like a pick that Radium is comfortable with.
As fleeting as a snowflake's breath,
Oh, and the
as
Aurora
timeless
pick
as a
coming in
glacier's heart.
from Eden. I think so that could counter the chip as well if they are not careful. The Aurora does have the freeze, does slow the enemy a lot. The ultimate as well does
Yep,
have a huge area to freeze out the enemy, doing a lot of damage in the process. So that could be one of the possible chip counters.
absolutely. I think Aurora is a very safe pick into chip, and especially like not just the Aurora, but you also have the Khalid with the Raging
Let them
Sandstorm,
play the
Your
hero.
team
and
is
you
banned.
I
have
will be the
that
truth this
glorious
world
pathway
desperately
laid out
needs.
by the Hylos that you can kind of just run away with. So I think like just looking at the three bands, Meow Meow Gang have definitely drafted something that they can handle the chip with, but ABM also have a very interesting draft. I mean, they've picked their carries. So interestingly, like the dynamics between these two teams right now is ABM have their carries picked. So their gold lane and their jungle has been picked. However, Meow Meow Gang have not picked their gold lane and their jungle. They are keeping it for the last two picks to actually look at what other supports ABM actually drafts.
Yeah, keeping the hyper still open to pick could be
Gaze
a bit of a
upon
problem
the
Your
edge
team
of the
is
since
void.
banned.
the stronger hypers are going to be banned out, like the Nolan has been banned out, who does pretty well against a Moskov. Something like the Hayabusa as well could be banned out from ABM. So that could be a double-edged sword, leaving the hyper picks for the end of this draft.
Yep. And I mean, the Hayabusa and the Fanny is still available. And I
Your team is banned.
Joseph can play the Fanny.
To live
Yeah,
is to
with the
drink
chip
the
picked
blood
out,
vein.
that could be a possibility. They could also pick the Kufra, but I don't think so. I don't know how well it would gel in this composition currently, as they seem to be in a dire need of more damage output. The Moskov is present for the damage output, but does not come online until late mid game.
Yep. They do need something AoE mage in the mid lane who
The
can be
Immortal One
independent.
chose me to
Something like a
Your
vanquish the
Lilia
team is
shadows
sounds
that
picking.
plague this
pretty
world.
interesting to me.
Ooh,
And
the
looks like
marks.
Meow Meow Gang is actually going for that marksman marksman pick here.
Yeah, the Clint does very well against the Moscow, especially because of the range he has on his spells, doing a lot of critical damage. Could just erase that Moscow. Just press that delete button, on that Moscow.
Yeah. However, like because Chip excels in that 1v1 kind of situation. Oh, not Chip, sorry, Clint. And the Chip, he's always going to make it a 5v5, right?
It is in
Yeah.
despair that
So
I
I do
see
like
the
the
fondest hope.
Natan a lot more. It gives you that late game insurance still, while also not losing lane to a Moskov. I mean, when you're a Natan, as long as you don't lose lane, you win.
Ooh, look at that. It could be a Valentina coming in or a Vexana. I'm not sure which one they're going for, but they are in dire need of some crowd control as well on their side. And a mage who could dish out a lot of damage, I think so. Instead of the Valentina, I would prefer the Vexana, me personally.
Yeah,
But
yeah, I would agree. But Valentina does give some level of playability into that Aurora.
I'm the
So
priestess of
because you
primal
can
lightning,
steal that
the hunter of
ultimate,
all the evil
that
gods. Good
frigid
aim.
glacier,
I
and
hunt. Team
actually,
is picking.
just enact the same kind of punishment back to Meow Meow Gang. So I think that's what they're going for here when it comes to ABM.
you
And
know,
the final pick is the jungle. So I think the Hayabusa makes sense, but there is a lot of catch coming in from ABM. Looks like it is.
ooh,
It might
it,
be a Fanny.
Sir, what's your
yeah, it is
command?
a
And yes, it
Fanny.
is a Fanny.
And this is exciting to watch, isn't it? The Moscow is going to have a difficult time. There is no hard counter you could say. The Moscow is, if not careful, going to go down. The Valentina
Yep.
now being picked up seems like a bad pick because of the Fanny, I'd say. If they had picked the Vexana, the Fanny itself could be countered.
Yep.
So, yeah, that kind of went south on that last pick, I think so.
Yeah, I agree. I agree.
But with that, we are going to move into the match, guys. If you're new to the channel, please do like and subscribe. You can find us on Facebook, Instagram, WhatsApp, and of course, a Discord server as well for you guys to join. And now, replacing me into the match is going to be Shinryu.
Welcome to Mobile Legends.
Welcome to match one between Team ABM versus Team Meow Meow Gang as they take on one another in this finals, with, which will be a best of seven tonight. Gig, what do you think about the drafts already? You talked about it with Gig.
Well, I really like the ABM draft simply because it has the chip. I've always been a huge fan of the chip, even though it's not a hero that we get to see very often, even in ranked games because of how often it is banned. But I do find Meow Meow Gang's draft to be a little bit more stronger across all phases of the game. So early, mid, late, they actually have something for all phases of the game. So it will be interesting to see how this game progresses.
Absolutely, on the mid lane, we can see Apex already getting a chunk of damage from the Fanny, and like the thing you mentioned, about the picks for the side of Team Meow Meow Gang, we could already see on the bot lane, that Khalid is like harassing the Jay on
Yep.
that
Yep.
uh, that hero already early in the game, and there could have been a possibility for another engage onto the mid lane. We can see both the teams are being careful not to give away that first blood. So
Yeah. And see, the thing about this kind of zoning is because Jay did not get his level 2 until just now, Chip only just got his level 2 as well. And oh, they actually got a kill onto the Fanny up top.
that was a bad overstep by the Fanny without any vision on the top lane. So he did get punished.
And this is what the Chip excels at, just diving into the enemy
Okay,
jungle, killing that vision.
with Harusan getting a lot of damage. The Spear of Alpha already used the Retribution as well. Ryu as well. Low might get taken down out here and will be the casualty from that fight. Harusan still stands and the turtle is already up. Okay, bot lane. Another engage by Joseph onto that Jake with that 27 with him, and this turtle can go to the side of team Meow Meow Gang as they are still onto it. You can see G27 already taking a lot of damage, but both the teams will back out before they fight for the turtle.
I think because it's a Fanny, she does not have as much priority when it comes to actually taking these turtles. Um, and also, like one other thing about that last fight is that the
Okay, wait a minute. Another fight
oh,
might take place. We can see the shortcut already being used, but Fanny with the retribution onto that turtle will get the turtle, and Ryu already low. Hylos there. Harusan will get the kill, and Eden will take the kill onto that Valentina. Obi will fall, but the passive from Aurora's already proc, and Jay with the kill. Still going on, but the attack team of Harusan and 27 will get that kill onto Jay. So a good trade on the side of Team Meow Meow Gang early into the game. Z.
yep, I think it was a 1 for 3 plus the turtle, so 1 for 4 effectively. And at the same time, the Tan was able to get some
Okay,
chips
another
on
engage onto the mid lane.
the
A B2 low will fall from the damage of Joseph. Another quick kill on from that Fanny.
and that is what a Fanny excels in at the end of the day. You can have the chip. You can have the chip just making causing havoc across the map. You can have the chip bringing in 5 people, but the Fanny will be able to get those executions on anyone that's low.
Absolutely, the Fanny already sitting at a comfortable 2-1 and 2 KDA. So Abhi needs to be careful. Joseph there will use that steel cable and will get the kill onto Abhi once again, getting shot down 3 times in a row by that Fanny.
This
Top
is
lane, look at the position from Apex, giving a good engage. The shortcut already being used. The follow-up damage is there. Entropy already being used. We can see the team using all their skills, and with the frigid glacier there won't be enough. Ryu will fall, and Apex still low. The fight still goes on as Radium will be there. 27 with the rotation, but Kyle will fall from the damage, and Abhi also falling from the side of Team ABM. A 2-for-1 trade for the side of Team Meow Meow Gang.
Yep. But fortunately for ABM, their marksman did not die, whereas Kyle did end up falling in that engagement. So, I mean, it is a small win, but I think that's something. That's the kind of win that ABM will be happy with.
Yes, I do agree, but Fanny was able to, like get that whole play from the bot lane, almost, getting that turret down just at 1% HP. So I don't know about the goalie so far. It's kind of tilting towards the side of Team Meow Meow Gang as the turtle is already too low. I think Joseph will not contest for this turtle as Ryu was able to secure it quite easily. On the top lane, a rotation coming in from the side of Team Meow Meow Gang. We can see Apex already there. Will get the stun onto Kyle, but holding onto that shortcut. Okay, both the teams backing out and back to reset. See, what do you think Team Meow Meow Gang needs to continue doing here so they can, get the lead? I mean, can keep the
I
lead that
think
they
they
have.
have. Yeah, I think Meow Meow Gang have a very definite win condition, right? So they've hit their first win condition, which was get the Fanny activated, get the Fanny online. Now, all they need to do is wait for the Natan to be online, because Natan in the late game is going to have a lot of damage, and with the Fanny actually split pushing and just splitting the enemy team apart, they can just play 3 people defend that Natan kind of composition with this lineup.
Okay, mid lane. Another engage. The Frigid Glacier already used by Eden, and Fanny going in will get shut down by Abhi. Not a good fight for the side of Team Meow Meow Gang as the Glorious Pathway already used on the top lane. A 1v1 between the two marksmen, but Kyle taking too much damage from Radium might fall, and we can see him not surviving the damage from the side of Radium as he will be able to get the shutdown. And the bot lane, a 2v1. 27 will fall, and that's another kill to the side of Team ABM.
Yep, and this is definitely something that Meow Meow Gang should not have done that we were talking about. They let this Fanny get shut down,
Okay, top lane.
gave away that shutdown kill.
Fanny falls again as on the mid lane. Harusan will try to find an engage but is backing out as Ryu was there with the Spear of Alpha and Jay also making the rotation. But this Fanny is kind of losing that presence that he had from the early game. You can see already getting shut down twice in a row. Okay, again top lane. Kyle getting engaged on by two members, Ryu and Apex there. Will use the entropy and the Spear of Alpha there will be enough to take him down as team ABM back with the aggression, getting back the goal lead that they lost in the early game. The Midland power spike is hitting right now. Z.
Yes. So I think this is a very great recovery by ABM, and this is exactly what they need to do because this is the time where they have that power, their power spike, right? Moscow is getting is significantly ahead of the Natan as well as the Fanny, so the Moscow will be able to actually split push on the side by himself and be relatively safe without that fear of the Fanny assassinating him because of his skill 2. And
Abs- Okay, I thought another engage might have taken on the mid lane, but both the
yeah.
teams backing out.
So at this point, I think Meow Meow Gang just needs to wait for the Natan to come online. So try to get as many small wins as possible. So Joseph right now is in position to actually get that engage onto the Moskov, I think. So
Okay, he engages onto Radium, but not enough damage yet as a Spear of Destiny would, Spear of Destruction would miss. And Radium
so
still
yeah,
surviving.
Radium is a little bit ahead on gold as compared to what Meow Meow Gang would ideally like, I think, at this point. But it's not something that Meow Meow Gang cannot recover from, and it's definitely something that ABM, if Meow Meow Gang does not handle well, it's definitely something that ABM can just completely
Okay, another fight
win.
on the mid lane. We can see the Glorious Path already used. The shortcut was almost there, and the Frigid Glacier both being used by the Abhi, and we can see Ryu with the damage double kill. Maybe okay, not a triple kill. Apex will get the kill, but Harusan too low. Abhi with the shut down, and Joseph going in will not find the damage. Okay, will get taken down as the Spear of Destruction will connect onto Joseph as he will be the casualty. Radium with the shutdown. And a full team wipeout for the side of team Meow Meow Gang as team ABM will get that Midland turret as well.
This is ABM is has really recovered from that early game deficit because of the Fanny, and at this point they are in control.
Okay,
And look at
damage
that
from
damage by
18.
just that
Exactly.
Pierce, that passive Pierce, almost taking down 27, and Kyle and Eden behind 27 as well.
Z, I did not even get to see that Lord getting taken down. It was so fast. Where did that Lord just vanished? Oh,
Yep.
it was level
And
1 Lord.
ABM have built up for themselves a 6,000 gold lead at the 11-minute mark, despite being behind significantly in the early stages of the game. So this is definitely ABM's game right now. However, if they don't actually end this game early and let this game go towards the mid to late, uh, like late game, it's not going to be that easy for ABM to actually end this game.
Absolutely. Their power spike is that marksman of theirs. As you can see, Joseph going in will get this done, but able to back out as the Lord will get cleared by the side of Team Meow Meow Gang, and the mid lane Holy Shield will get procced as the turrets are falling from all the second tier, and only the top tier turret stands, but that will fall as well. The the Holy Defense on the top lane is still there. Okay, Fanny going in with a lot of cables, but not finding the targets he was looking for. Z, you did mention, like the power spike for the team Meow Meow Gang is their MM, so team
Yeah.
ABM were able to, get 4 shutdowns onto him, so that kind of shows. As you can see, Jay taking a lot of damage from Kyle, so we'll have to back out.
Yep. So Kyle is on his way to the Holy Crystal at this point. So it would probably take him another 2 minutes. And
Oh
wow,
no, Fanny falling there once again.
yeah, Joseph is not having a good time anymore. So he started off really well. However, ABM have repeatedly caught him, and at this point, it is going to be difficult for the Fanny to even make any meaningful macro plays.
Okay, another engage on the top bot lane. We can see the damage from Radium so much. Even the heal cannot save him as the Frigid Glacier will be used, but Apex falling from the damage from the side of Team Meow Meow Gang, as Team Meow Meow Gang able to defend their lanes. Primal Wrath already being used. Joseph going it will not use that Cutthroat yet as the minions are still there. But look at the freeze from Eden as he get the shutdown onto Abhi as Radium still standing there giving the damage onto 27. Let's see if he can get the shutdown onto him or not. And he does get the shutdown. Harusan still low, able to maneuver around the map, saving himself before the Lord spawns.
Wow, that was that looked like a win for Meow Meow Gang. They actually managed to get a kill on Apex in a 5v4 kind of situation, and they were actually shutting down Avi and everything, but then they overextended at the end of the day. And because of that
Absolutely.
overextension, they ended up 27 ended up kind of falling to Radium. So Radium got another kill,
Oh, look
and
at that! Look at that Harusan finding Apex already. A good read on the map.
so these two roamers have been very impressive in this whole tournament. And even here, we can see Apex trying to find those weird angles to use that shortcut from and those ultimates, whereas Harusan, knowing what his job is, actually finding Apex, finding him in that area. And
Absolutely. Look at that Lord getting melted down by the damage
yeah,
of Team Abium. Fanny was onto the bot lane trying to get a shutdown onto Radium as he is with a KD of 405, really cooking onto that Moscow as he's, like just shredding anyone who's coming onto his way. So they do need to find a shutdown onto that Moscow Z.
yeah. Looks like the call was not to go for the Lord, which is understandable because Moskov provides way too much utility in these Lord fights. There is a fight going on up top.
Okay, another fight. You can see the Frigid Glacier already being used. The team. Okay, amazing! Counter engage from the side of Team ABM using that frigid stolen frigid ratio and the spear of Alpha finding three members and their base is wide open. The Lord is marching on the top lane, but Team Meow Meow Gang still too low. Radiant trying to mark that base. The minions are for the side of Team ABM as they're still trying to find the shutdown and look at the base crystal going almost 20% HP as another member fall.
And
Eden is the last man, won't be able to defend that and Team ABM will take that game 1-0.
yep,
Victory!
and Avi was the MVP there. And I just want to mention that this Radium Spear of Destruction actually missed. So that final fight that ABM won in the Meow Meow Gang base, they won without their marksman, who was their most fed member. So that just definitely showed how amazing that fight was and how well ABM actually played that fight, which ultimately ended in them winning the tournament or winning the game.
Absolutely. I mean, we did see, Obi using that Winter Crown to save himself from that engage coming in from the side of Team Meow Meow Gang, completely changing the tide of the game. And, like the counter engage with that Frigid Glacier, stolen Frigid Glacier, and the Spear of Alpha, finding three members was like just the closing gap that they needed for ending that game. So, yeah, like props to the synergy from the side of Team AVM to end that game.
Absolutely, absolutely. Gig,
Hey
you there?
guys, I think so. I
What did
am
you think about
back.
the game, Gig?
Yeah, I think so. Both teams did play pretty well in the early game, but I think so. It was Meow Meow Gang who did kind of let it slip away from the hands because they were dominating, especially not keeping that Moscow in check was a huge problem. The other team was dominating and
Cake does have a bit connection issue, so I'll just like put back what he just said. Like Team Meow Meow Gang were not able to shut down that Moscow, and that kind of was the nail into their coffin. And just the Moscow being able to farm freely around across the map, getting those damage onto the members, and Team Meow Meow Gang not having that sustain onto themselves, like trailing behind on the goal was like just not was in their favor. So that kind of you know just made them collapse at the end.
Yep. And by the way, everyone, uh, I do want to mention that we do have a 5,000 diamonds giveaway that is ongoing right now. So if you want to be a part of this giveaway, simply predict the winner for the next game. So, do you think it's going to be ABM with the win once again in the second game? Or do you think Meow Meow Gang is actually going to bring it back and bring the series back to a 1-1, giving us all a very exciting series to look forward to? The correct
Yeah,
answers with the giveaway is going to get around 300 diamonds in giveaway from the PCI team.
Yes, sir. And yes, guys, do be active on the live chat. Just okay, guys. We have Gig back. Let's hear his thoughts about the game.
yeah. Just to jump right back into the post-game analysis, the I think so. Meow Meow Gang is the one who let themselves down a bit. They were in the lead to give up a lead in the finals is criminal, is what I'm gonna say. Especially with that Fanny kind of going down, the early signs, as I said earlier, to their downfall, the Khalid not coming online in the game, despite all the praises from me and Z early in the game. I think so. They could have pivoted their focus into either the Aurora or the Nathan, but instead it seems like they could not prioritize the gold where the gold went to, and that is how their downfall came. Especially in not taking care of Moskov, not keeping him tied down from the start is the issue that I think so that in the end caused this fatality and they lost the match.
I mean, I couldn't agree more with Gig. Like the Moscow is the classic counter to that Fanny. Along with the suppressed skill hero. So it kind of played into that. Just like how a normal, typical of Fanny versus the Moscow matchup does go. So I mean, the Fanny did have a good early game, able to get a shutdown. Like Abi was completely shut down in the early game, not even like able to clear those waves like peacefully. So after that, like I feel like the engage on the top lane was the part where like they started to take the solo fights a bit too much, where these members they think like they thought they can get the shutdown, but they kind of overestimated their more than what they could do. So in those team fights, they kind of team ABM they retaliated. The shotgun was really the game changer as well, and yeah, like having a global ult will always give that man advantage in those team fights. So that kind of played into for the side of team ABM, and yeah, like rest is just what you guys observed throughout the game. It speaks for itself.
Yeah, I think so. With that, I think so. We can go back into a break while we wait for both the teams to get ready. I think so. Both of them are actually already ready. We just want to add the fact that there is going to be a giveaway. So, guys, do stay tuned. So yeah, up until then, I think so. This is my time to fade back again until I cast with Shin and myself into the match. I think so. The early game is going to be an analysis from Z and Shin.
Yes, sir. See you guys soon, and don't go anywhere. And if you only go anywhere, that should be to fill your popcorns. See you guys in a bit.
Welcome back to Game 2 of the Prime Fusion Prime Championship India. So this is our finals between Meow Meow Gang and ABM, currently being led by ABM 1-0. Meow Meow Gang is on the blue side for this game,
Give on a
so
cooler.
we'll be banning and drafting first.
My
Joining
mission
me,
is to protect
alongside me,
lives.
is Shin. Hey Shin. Hi Shin.
Him.
Oh, yeah.
Okay, I can't hear him. Like Z. I mean the Z.
I am not the only one bound
Okay,
by
now
these
I think
chains.
Shin is experiencing some technical difficulties, so we'll just head straight through. The Meow Meow Gang have banned the Hylos. Looks like they don't want to pick the Hylos this time around. And
Yes, I'm joining in with Z again. So yeah,
High Gig.
hello. The
So
high,
yeah,
the
so
Phobius
there's
being
the
banned out.
Hylos and the Phobius ban.
Yeah, yeah. What do you think about the
And
Phobius being banned out a lot nowadays?
yeah, I mean Phobius definitely is uh, a more oppressive Khalid, if that makes sense.
Okay.
Like there is no way that the Phobius
Sun
is going to
rises
lose
when
the
I give the
lane,
Your
word.
team is
and
banning.
unless you're playing against an alpha in the EXP, for instance. So
Hmm.
it's definitely understandable.
Yeah, I think so. That is understandable. Also, it does have the lifestyle pretty similar to the Gotot, so making him
Exactly.
aim something that is a bit difficult to calculate in team fights, I believe. So having that out as well helps them,
The
especially if you
Yep.
hunt
have dash
begins.
heroes.
Your team is
Yep.
banning.
And this game, interestingly, both teams are really focusing on these EXP as well as these flex picks, right? The Hylos, the Khalid, the Ruby, the Phobius. Except the Phobius, everyone can go Roam or the EXP, or even Gold in the case of Ruby.
Yeah, it could be the first draft that we don't see a hyper being banned out. We have been corrected before, but hopefully
Yeah,
we can see that as well, making things interesting.
I do think we can still see a Ling ban potentially, uh, maybe from ABM's side. But I mean, the chip is still open, so
Yeah,
Trust.
we do have
Alpha is online.
the
Team is
alpha being
banning.
banned out, who is an EXP laner as well as an hyper, so you could count that as being one of the first hypers being banned out. So we could see a
Who
ling
said
ban,
there are no
but it is a chip
shortcuts in
being
life?
banned out.
I literally
yeah,
invented
Interesting.
it
one.
has to be a chip. I mean, uh, like if I'm not mistaken, we've seen chip 3 times in MPL ID in the whole regular season, and we've seen chip 0 times in MPL PH in the whole regular season. So this is a hero that's definitely respected across the world in tournaments similar to this, and we're seeing a similar kind of
I am
respect
the
being
priestess of
shown
primal
in the
lightning,
finals
the hunter
of
of
this
all the
tournament.
evil gods.
And we see an Edith being banned out. Oh, while I just noticed I was pretty close to my camera. Sorry, guys, if that was frightening to watch. Yeah, let's get back into this draft. What do you
Still
think? Oh
waters
my
run
god, the
deep.
link being picked up again.
I am
Yeah,
Your
vengeance
I
team
mean,
is
you leave the
banning.
lane open, and a player like Ryu is going to be happy to just take it up, right? I am surprised that Joseph did not want that link. Instead, they opted for the
Magic
Edith
is
first
my
pick,
life.
but it is understandable, again, that flexibility that the Edith gives, the Roam and the EXP, it makes sense.
Yeah, for now it is Z, and it was supposed to be Shin, but it is Gig Hazard now helping you with the drafts currently. And I see the Radium does get the Moscow as well, who did cause havoc. So letting that open, do you think that could cost a lot for the side of
Hope will
Team Meow
find a
Meow?
way, even when all
I
is
think they
forlorn.
do have a plan, and I mean, this is a very early Moskov, so there was not much that Meow Meow Gang could have done to actually prevent it either. You don't really want to pick a Moskov, or Moskov is not that annoying that you want to first phase ban it out. Yeah, so we see an Aurora to wrap up the first phase of picks for ABM and Meow Meow Gang. This is a very interesting batting pattern again coming in from ABM. They've picked all of their carries.
Yeah, and the Aurora is one that is still to be feared. It does give them a lot of control over the enemy's movements. They have the Moskov now to actually dish out a lot of damage if they are not careful in sync with the Aurora. I think so. It could be a menace. I know banning out marksmen, especially of Moskov in the early, is not something that is conventional, but this is the final, and conventional is not the norm when it comes to the top teams in the tournament. So I think so that Moscow should have been banned out. I personally feel that. But guys, if you have
Muscle
any
of iron.
other
Bones of
ideas or
steel.
any other, let's say, opinions, do let us know in the chat as well.
Mm. And that's the Gatot Kacha ban, which is an
Sir,
amazing
what's
ban
your
coming in
command?
from Meow
Your
Meow Gang
team is
actually.
banning.
Allows that Edith to actually have a possibly a willing lane. Depends on what ABM have to pick, obviously, but the Gatot Kacha is definitely not something that an Edith wants to go against.
Yeah, the Guttur is one I think so would have caused problems. But it could have been a counter Moscow as well, with that vengeance going in. But let's see how things go. They can still pick the Belleric as well on the side. I would be very fear of that Moscow more than anything else currently. They do have that Ling as well.
True love is
So
like
I
blood.
think the Belleric could work with the Ling also.
Yeah, but I I mean I would love to see it, but something more conventional can work, right? A Tigreal, for instance, can work against this Ling and this Moskov. Yes, the Moskov is gonna play Purify, but you have the Harith, you have the Edith,
I
you have
have
the
long
Vexana
awaited
to
this
actually
glorious day.
burn that Purify.
Welcome to
And
my
okay,
Yeah.
so
castle,
we
my
do see a Grok,
friend.
another conventional pick, and oh, so Suyu was open.
Yeah, that hero was banned out a lot in the early phases of the tournament, but it seems like they forgot about him for a while.
The
But he
immortal
is
one
back, and
chose me
he
to
is a pretty
vanquish the
strong
shadows
laner
that
as
plague
well
this
as
world.
a very good hyper, very elusive as well. Does have the range, does have the damage output. I'd say a bit less compared to Ling, but I'd say it's pretty good.
Absolutely, absolutely. I think that's an amazing pick, and another amazing pick by Apex to actually wrap up this drafting phase. And whose draft do you like more, Gig, at this point?
I am scared with the pivot on that Moskov and Aurora that could cause problems. The Jawhead to counter, I think so. The Harith, but with the amount of CC Team Meow Meow Gang do have, I think so. I could favor Meow Meow Gang actually winning this one out if they do finish it early.
Yep, and interestingly, like just the last thing that I wanted to say, interestingly, it looks like 27 and Harusan actually did flex that Edith. So the Edith is going roam, and the Grok is going to the EXP with the Assassin emblem. So with that, welcoming you guys to the Land of Dawn, we have
Welcome to Mobile
Sinryuzi.
Legends.
And Z, thank you for that.
30 seconds
We are
till the
finally
end.
in for the
Ready?
second
Smash
match
them.
between Team ABM and Team Meow Meow Gang, with Team ABM already leading this best of 7 with a score of 1-0. And it'll be interesting to see if Meow Meow Gang can, get a score back in this match. Gig, what do you think will be the difference maker in this game? Which hero do you look forward to?
Yeah, I have been saying Moskov all the while, and I think so. Moskov is going to be the difference for the side of Team ABM. I think so. On this side of Meow Meow Gang, it is going to be either Kyle on that Harith, or it's going to be the new hero on Joseph's hand, the Shu Yu.
Yes, sir. I mean, it does play out, which hero can get the early farm and, like the early early game, items. So it will play out for the side of team whichever gets those items first. But as you can see, Harusan already with a good position onto that Mythowar Wanderer and will get the knock up onto Ryu, but his teammates are not there to follow him up. Harusan taking a lot of damage. Kyle needs to be careful. Will be able to back out as both the team resets.
Yeah, I think so. Early game wise, it could be. I mean, the early game now under maybe 5 minutes. I think so. Meow Meow Gang could do okayish. They could actually win the fights out as well. But yeah, with the link coming online earlier than I think so, Shuyu, things could turn around slowly. But I think so. It's still Meow Meow Gang who need to keep constantly fighting and end this game ASAP.
Absolutely. All this hero need a power spike, which will at the first will hit at level 4. You can see already the rotation from both the sides sharing that EXP on the top lane. So the roamers will get that level 4 before the first turtle. And okay, Apex did not get the level 4 early on, and Harusan almost level 4. Okay, the turtle already too low. Ryu going in. Tempest of Blade already being used, but Joseph with the retribution, the Fidget Glacier already used. The Eternal Guard also used, but Harusan has to burn that Primal Wrath to escape that team fight, as both the teams will back out and no casualty from that fight.
Ooh, that was something that I didn't think would go to the side of Meow Meow Gang. Honestly, I thought it was Ling who's going to swoop in and take the turtle, but instead it was the other way around. But both teams do not lose a single player, no kill on the board as of yet, even after a huge turtle fight. Both teams actually disengaging.
I think both the teams, don't want to risk that early game, so they're actually playing safe. As you can see, Apex already trying to open up the map for his team. Joseph will be able to farm pretty quickly as Apex is going on with the ejector. Will throw that green camp away from Joseph to deny him that farm. As for the rotation, we can see pretty standard. Okay, mid lane. There was a potential engage. Okay, Apex needs to be careful. 4 members already there, and if Harith rotates, it will be 5. Okay, Joseph going in onto Apex. Too low. The onward will connect, but I think that was a misplay from 27 with the wild charge gig. He kind of used it and did not find
Yeah,
anything.
a bit of a choke mispress.
Okay,
You
bot
do
lane.
see that sometimes.
Radium falls, and that will be a gold turret. I mean, the gold sheet will get taken down.
Yeah, this is what they need to do constantly if they want to win this game, but they need to be pushing as well. And the fight is on, but it seems both teams disengage again. But still, Haru seems to be caught up. He could go down. They
Look
need to
at
be careful.
Jay.
Link sweeping in. Good does get the kill on Haru-san this time. Abi getting the trade kill this time. The scoreboard 1-1. Kyle does use his ultimate to escape, but I think so. A good trade for him instead of his life going down.
Yeah, I mean, they did get that kill before the turtle, so this should give him the okay. A good ejector from Apex. Okay, the unstoppable force will get the shutdown onto Joseph as Eden is being chased by Jay and will get the stun onto him, but not the follow-up damage. Okay, Harusan with the knock-up. Jay has to burn the flicker. The Fidget Glacier already used. Okay, Apex still there onto 27. The Eternal Knight being thrown around, and this turtle will go to the side of Team ABM.
Ooh, huge diversion, and yeah, the team fight. It seems like they gain nothing out of it. It seems like Apex is being pushed around. I think we will get out of it pretty easily. But losing the turtle in such a sensitive game, I think so, is going to cost them a lot on the side of Meow Meow Gang. They need to be more careful of such diversions. They played right into the hands of team ABM, and this is what slowly snowballs the game on their side. They need to be more careful of that Moscow as well. No ganks coming in apart from the early first gank.
Okay, Apex with the ejector, but the team Meow Meow Gang already there, but Kyle will fall from that frigid glacier of Obi as he did not have enough HP to survive that damage.
Yeah, as well, they're going to lose the top tower, it seems. And this is not looking good for the side of Team Meow Meow Gang, and if this thing keeps going on, if they come up with such lackluster performance, no focus in the game, no plan, yeah, it seems like I am recreating a meme, but yeah, it seems like things are not going well from the side of Team Meow Meow Gang, and they're the ones to be blamed.
Okay, bot lane. Kyle again gets engaged on. Does not have the Purify. Will get thrown and shut down by Apex. The Tempest of Blade already used. But Ryu will back off with the bot lane turret already taken down. The Spear of Destruction connects on to Joseph. Will be able to get out of that. And Apex trying to get an ejector onto 27. But the passive will help him survive. And Joseph again in a tight spot. Ryu already there. Okay, Joseph will survive. What an outplay coming in front of him. But Jay with the flicker play will get the shutdown. Not enough to let him see another day. Gig.
Oh, that was bad. And the turtle now is going to be an easy pick off as well. This is a big snowball coming in from the side of Team ABM. And I think so the game is going to be over if Team Meow Meow Gang do not come online. There is no
Okay.
vision, there is no aggression, there is no passion. Yeah, this is how they lose if things move on.
I mean, you know what? I feel like despite having a very aggressive draft, Team Meow Meow Gang are playing into hands of Team APM at this point. Like they are not able to stop the aggression coming from Apex, as it's just they're throwing away the members towards his team, and Abhi all he needs to do is use that rigid glacier to get the shutdown, and he's able to do that pretty easily. Like it's just a tap of the button, and what else do you need to do? It's not a rocket science. So yeah, like it's an easy game it seems so far for the side of Team ABM.
Yeah, and the side of Team Meow Meow Gang do seem like are kind of getting in points. And yeah, they might get a kill as well, but it is actually Joseph going down. They take the mid lane turret, but now in the back they are running away. Kyle in danger, is about to go down, I believe, does go down to Ryu. The Guardian popped up, but look at Apex missing that toss this time. I'd say lucky for Eden that the creep was present in that area, but it seems like Obi might go down. Does have the passive this time, but Haru-san might go down again, barely managing to survive. There, Jay going in, Rai getting the kill on Haru-san again, barely managing is Jay. Things could turn around. Yup, Joseph there to get a kill on Jay. And this is what Team ABM need to be careful of. The overextension coming in again, making this a trade instead of a complete victory. But Eden does go down this time, so I think so that is a good win for the side of Team ABM.
Absolutely. I mean, both the teams were not able to, get any objective out of that. But you can see on the bot lane, Kyle being the cheeky one will get that bot lane turret. So the second objective, the second turret of the map will fall for the side of Team ABM as they were not able to defend that. And the Lord has already spawned. So looking at the current goal difference, it's not so much. Team Meow Meow Gang, if they want to, they can contest for this lot. Though the jungler have a level disadvantage, I mean level difference, so the retribution can be a factor. Apart from that, it all comes down to the maneuver around the map. As you can see, Team ABM already starting the lot, chunking it down to 50% HP. And a conceal. Okay, 27. Harusan uses that knockup, will get the knockup onto Ling, but the Lord goes to the side of Team ABM as Joseph was not there on time. The Zaman Force already used. You can see both the members taking too much damage, and that should be a double kill for Joseph as Apex still going in, will get the injector, but the Purify already being used by Kyle, will survive, and Joseph still going in, will want more, and a mega kill for him, and will survive with a sliver of HP, but not for long. The good use of that passive and a good throw for Apex onto Kyle will also fall, and that is a 4 for 3 trade for the side of Team ABM.
Yeah, as I said earlier, the Moskov needs to be checked. He is going to be the pivot for the side of Team ABM. And yeah, they let him actually farm freely. He is the he is the second top owner. I think so, the third in the server as well. Now he is going to snowball this game, and I think so. This is already GG's for the side of Meow Meow Gang. ABM might win this out pretty easily until and unless they make a huge blunder into this match.
I mean, team Meow Meow Gang do have the tools to fight back, but it seems like they're not able to like just chain it properly for you know successful outcome. Okay, Arusan with the engage will get the knocker, but a counter engage from the team ABM will get a shutdown. Radium with a kill, and this mid lane turret most probably will fall. Without Harusan, they don't have anyone to go in and look for the engage. As we can see, team ABM trying to be more aggressive, still trying to push that inhibitors will back out, and yeah, back to reset they go.
Yeah, as soon as you are locked inside your own base, making a comeback with a huge goal deficit is pretty much impossible. The goal deficit now of 5k, I think, is still recoverable, but until and unless team ABM make a huge mistake, which I am not going to rule out. They are overcommitting once in a while. They are taking engages that are utterly necessary, uh, but it is Meow Meow Gang who seem to be completely absent, seem to not be in sync. They do have Eden on that Vexana, and they are still not able to counter that Jawhead, which is pretty, I'd say, sad to watch.
I mean, I do agree, like Apex is not really missing too much of those ejectors, and he's able to, turn those team fights around for his team. So it's actually the Apex who, like with the Joy, so they need to, get a way to counter that hero. As you can see on the top lane, Joseph with the position. Obi does not know the person is there and will proc the shadow, I mean the passive, but Joseph will fall from the damage of team ABM as they are not stopping. Harusan will have to use the primal wrath, but the Tempest of Blade already being used by Ryu. A double kill. Will this be a triple kill? But no, the minions are there. Look at that. Team ABM will not stop there as Apex still going in, will find the flicker ejector onto 27, but the minions will get cleared out, and Apex too deep. Jay is there to follow him up, and we can see the minions are marching down the top lane. Okay, this turret should fall. Okay, Apex too deep will use that ejector and will find Eden, and he will fall down.
Yeah,
Team,
jeez.
that is the wipe out, and Harusan is back.
The Winter used as well. This could be end, but Link does use the ultimate as well. Redeem kill on Haru. The inhibitor red now going down. Abi going down. This is the overextension I was talking about. They need to be careful. Look at that HP on the side. Kyle could end it actually with one spell. Joseph actually being outstepped by Ryu this time, but the Moscow does fall. A huge kill for the side of Meow Meow Gang, but their base now almost open for the taking. We could see a turret still as well. It is not something that we have not seen in the tournament, so they need to be careful of the rotations as well. What do they do? That is, I think so, stick together.
I mean, they are like just going for the aggressive route on the mid lane again. Joseph being engaged on Ryu with the Tempest of Blade, but will fall from the damage of 27, and that is a major shutdown just before the Lord. This is a enhanced Lord, so team Meow Meow Gang can find a window for a comeback as long as they play together. You can see Apex just being too aggressive, and yeah, like he can do this play because his team is always there to support him. And look at Joseph. Look at Joseph going on to Abhi. Will he have to burn that flicker? And yeah, okay. Look at the top lane.
Yeah, look at that. It could be end. Harith does have the ultimate already used, but I think so that could serve as a distraction because Ryu is coming online in 3 minutes, and a golden opportunity missed by the side of Meow Meow Gang. Going in, it could be a triple kill. It is Abhi going down, but it might be Apex going down. A flicker to actually sidestep, and Radium getting kill on Eden. This could be a turn on the Winter Turtle used, but no magic damage on the other side. But it is Radium going down. That is a good trade, but Ryu as well going down. Joseph getting a kill on Ryu, and Kyle getting a kill as well
Can
The
they end?
base now open. They could end this with Kyle actually online. Apex needs
Look
to
at
be
that. Joseph going
careful,
in,
going
and there's a
down.
shutdown.
The creeps are
Okay,
there. This could be the
that
end.
is the comeback. Team ABM needed gig, and they are able to get the comeback, and that's the score 1-1. Team Meow Meow Gang able to do the unbelievable and most breathtaking they could do. What a GG from their side, man.
I called it. I called it. I called it. I called it. This is what I'm going to say.
Absolutely, buddy. You were like so on point with that. Z, tell us your thought about that game, man.
Well, that was an amazing back and forth game. It did look like ABM was going to run away with it. However, and I would like to actually put this amazing comeback on two players in particular, right? 27 and Harusan. So when they actually switched that Grok into the EXP lane and played a damage Grok, that damage Grok managed to actually deal the damage that was needed to take down the Moskov. So even in that last fight near that Lord, if you noticed, the Moskov was able to actually kite with the Winter Truncheon, with the Wind of Nature, with the Flick Purify, with his dashes. He was actually able to kite a lot of damage. However, the Grok came in with his CC immune and just knocked him with one of his wild, skill ones. And because of that, the Moskov went down, and eventually everyone else went down as well, and they managed to actually get that win. It was a great adjustment on Meow Meow Gang's part in terms of the draft itself, and also in the gameplay, being able to actually defend and being able to understand that the Moskov has that split split push capability. So not using too many skills when they were skirmishing around the load area before the Moskov came in is ultimately what allowed them to get that win.
Yeah, uh, that was pretty exciting to watch and a ton of events that I don't think anyone expected. Let's see what the next game brings as we take a short break while we get back into this blockbuster of an event. This final of Prime Championship India is turning out to be fun, isn't it, guys?
Your team is banning.
Hello and welcome back, guys, to the amazing series that we already have started. And this will be the match 3 between Team ABM on the blue side and Team Meow Meow Gang on the red side. So, the score already being a 1-1 in this best of 7, and neither of the team are giving up at this point. Gig, what do you think about this game already?
The immortal one chose me to
Oh,
vanquish the
ABM
shadow
could
that
have
shall
had
plague this
a
world.
2-0 lead,
Who said there are no
but they
shortcuts
did
in
give
life?
it all
I literally
away just for
invented
the
one.
laughs, it seems. Sadly, both teams are now level. So I think so. Meow Meow Gang do have been given this golden opportunity to take it all away in this game as well. If they do take a lead, they do have a breathing space. They could play with more confidence. That I think so. They are lacking, but the previous victory, I think so, does help them out a little more. But one more victory in their bag could actually help them play with more zeal and more passion. So I hope this time Myomo Gang can actually come online throughout the game. Not actually wait until ABM
The
make a
hunt
huge blunder
begins. Your
and take
team
things
is
in their own
banning.
hands this time.
Absolutely. Like, I mean, the first two games were like so back and forth. I mean, at one point we thought Team ABM will take that second game, but just when we thought like the impossible thing could not
Magic is
happen. I
my
mean,
life.
there was
Your
Team Meow
team
again,
is banning.
I'm gonna
just out of
say it again.
nowhere.
I called it.
Absolutely, man. You are your prediction was on point on that. I mean, I feel like Team ABM just bit overstepped, overcommitted for that last fight for that lore, and they got punished. Like Team ABM's like engage was like a bit, like not what they normally do. It was like not their normal character. They kind of broke out their character, and that's why they got punished. Team Joseph, I mean, not Team Joseph, but Team Meow Meow Gang. I mean, Joseph was the man doing this damage, but we cannot forget
I am
27
not
and
the
Kyle
only
and
one
Your
Harusan
bound
in
by
that team
team
these
is
fight, right?
banning.
chains.
And the unsung hero Eden with those damage. So, man, a complete blockbuster lineup for their side. So let's see what else can they pull up. The bands are already coming in. What do you think about the bands so far?
Yeah, final band still left, but the heroes that are banned out seem to be a mix of a respect ban and the meta bans from both the sides. ABM banning out Suyu, the Ruby, and the Phobius. The Suyu obviously being the respect ban, and on the other side you see a Harith respect ban as well as a chip ban, which you could say is somewhat of a respect ban as well.
Sun
We do
rises
not
when I
want to
give the
see
word.
another
Your team is
chip
picking.
game that is total domination coming in from one side. So I think so that
Iron
I am
Steel,
grateful for
ready
that
to
ban.
Your team
engage.
is picking.
I mean, we might not see this ship throughout the best of the. I mean,
Another
throughout the series
gold
now.
medal
Like
in
the first
my
game was enough
pocket.
for Team Meow Meow Gang to like understand the intensity of this hero. Like the impact that he has in those team fights. So this time around, Kyle will steal away that Moscow from Radium. So interesting pick. And Jay with that high loss on that EXP lane. Okay, what will Team Meow Meow Gang answer back out here is the question. They can pick the edit out here. It's still open.
The link is still up for
As
grabs and
fleeting as a
has worked
snake,
out, but
your
it seems
team
like
is
they are going
picking.
to go
As
for the tried and
timeless as a
tested
glacier's heart.
mage on Aurora. Eden does play this hero pretty well, I'd
You
say,
will
but
lose
the Aurora
everything in the
has
wind.
not been as effective as we have seen in this tournament. But hopefully, we see it come online as Ryu does lock in to that link.
I mean, you leave it open. He will obviously pick that hero. Is like one of his comfort picks. So yeah, like this backline is not really safe. Like the Link's fast mobility around the map can be a threat for their backline.
Ultimate
Your team
And
is
crossover,
picking.
there is
friends.
the Grok from Apex. We don't see that very often, but this game he
Always on the
is choosing
way.
that hero.
Your team is banning.
Yeah, and it seems like just deviating a little away from the draft pick, it seems like there seems to be a bit of fan following for Shin in the chat. I did not know about this. Sadly, Shin, I don't think so. We'll be able to look at the chat. But yeah, guys, I am going to let him know there are some fans here in the chat. So let's get back into the draft.
It's just my friend trolling around overseas, and yeah, like back to the draft. Harusan will pick up that Matilda, so that does like give them a fast rotation as well. But I feel like will that the circling eagle be a threat for the backline? I mean the lineup for team ABM so far. Do you think
Time
so?
and tide wait for no man.
It
Is
could
no
work out. They
girl.
do have the Grok on the other side as well as a
I'm
high
the
loss,
priestess of primal
and of course a
lightning,
Ling as
the
well.
hunter
It
of all
could
the evil gods.
actually work for their favor in, I think so, more on the disengage than the engage, because it seems like they do still have yet to pick the fighter and the tank. Sorry, the fighter and the jungler, but it
Hope will
seems like
find a
Team
way,
Apex have the more
even when all is
aggressive line.
forlorn.
They might do most of the engagement currently, looking at the picks that they have made. So yeah, I think so. Harusan is going to use that
Sir,
Matilda mostly
what's
for
your command?
disengage.
Your team is picking.
Yep, like I mean the bans are pretty sensible, in this game, considering both the teams know each other pretty well. They have been playing against each other like for a long time, so it does like come down to the heroes that they're most comfortable with, and both these teams are denying their heroes. So let's see what other heroes will they choose. I mean, there are pretty good heroes still open for the take, like team Meow Meow Gang. They still have to lock their jungler. So yeah, like the alpha is still open
Let's
for
hear
the
for the
stanky
crowd.
heroes, but they will
Make
go
some
for
noise
the
for
CC
yours
instead.
truly.
Okay, a good pick, I would say.
Yeah, the chat is wild. They are completely invested in the stream, is what I'm going to say. And yeah, the CC pick does bring in another, I'd say, aspect, but kind of adding into the fact that they have the less sustainable lineup, and the durability on this side is pretty ironic. You would say they have the lineup which does have a lot of damage but no sustainability, so they'll be the ones defending. On the other side, it seems like they have the aggressive lineup, but they also do have the less amount of damage output from them, I feel.
The brilliance of
Yeah,
this
but
is
with
like
those two heroes,
glory.
okay, that was a last moment switch from Radium. I thought he locked that Nathan, but they will not pick that hero. But I mean, it's still a strong pick, nevertheless. That okay, Alice was still open. You completely missed on that hero, but I don't think so. They will pick that hero, though, and
Yeah, the Alice will get destroyed with Melissa and Lunox picked on the other side. I think so that will be a mistake if Mew Mew Gang do pick that up.
I do agree with you. But
My
they are
kiss
hovering that hero, and
grants you
Oh
okay,
my
immortality
god!
gig,
or death.
Oh no, guys.
gig. Like I don't know if that was a smart choice or a nail in their coffin, but the Alice is locked for their draft, and man, oh man, I have not good feelings about this Alice into that jungle against the Lunox and the Melissa.
Yeah,
Uh,
this does not seem good, but we will see. That is if this game does actually go past 12 minutes. I think so. Ling is going to invade the jungle a lot, and yeah, the Matilda is going to be there. But other than disengage, they do not have a
Welcome to
lot of.
Mobile Legends! 5 seconds till the enemy reaches the battlefield. Smash them! All troops deployed!
Picked here by Joseph.
Oh yeah, what do you think about that? Do you think Joseph is going to struggle? I personally feel he's going to have a difficult game.
As long as he gets level 4, I think he should be fine, actually. The Melissa is a very difficult hero to go against. However, in this case, the Melissa does not have um, anything except the Inspire. So if Joseph manages to get that angles, which is even easier because there's the Matilda, it should be doable.
Yeah, a bit of tussle on the top lane, but it seems like
Yep.
actually they might get a first blood. Yeah, Radium going
And
down and
exactly,
Joseph getting the kill.
exactly what I meant. And yep, that's gonna happen again. See, the Melissa and the Alice combo executed by Harusan and Joseph.
I did not expect this. The combination actually working out pretty well. Both heroes with a high amount of mobility dominating the early game, but it could be a kill on Joseph. Joseph needs to be careful. Not enough sustain does go down, but a trade coming in as Jay falls down as well. 27 now very deep, but the vengeance actually popped, almost killing himself was
Right.
Ling, and it seems like Apex does get a hold of Anusan. But yeah, a bit too far away from the turtles. A slight lock playing in as well.
Yeah, almost Harusan almost kind of walked to his own death right there with the turret. And yeah, that was a very interesting engage, and I think that engage kind of shows us how this early game is going to go. Meow Meow Gang does have that very strong early game with this call. However, I don't think ABM actually fall behind, despite losing out on the turtle like that.
Yeah, I think so. When it comes to things that I think so, moving on with the time passing on, I think so. It is going to be Team ABM with most damage outcomes coming in from their mage Lunox Obi and our Radium on Melissa.
Yeah. And Avi, speaking of Avi, he did manage to get that kill onto the CC down bottom lane. And we have Harusan going in, just saving that turret, but no kill back just yet. And it does look like they're collapsing on the bottom lane again. So Jay is going in, the glorious pathway has been popped, and Ryu actually managed to get that kill on Harusan. 27.
Oh, that frigid glacier on point, almost getting
Yeah.
killed.
However, they didn't manage to get any kills out of it. They came out on the losing half there for Meow Meow Gang.
Yeah, this is what I was talking about. Where does the damage output come from? Instead, only the Moskov there. As soon as the Moskov goes down, there is no damage output. And basically, in the early game, until and unless Alice has a massive amount of gold lead, I don't think so. There is enough damage output from the side of Meow Meow Gang.
Yeah. Alice needs 2 items, Moskov needs 3 items. And so it's not going to be easy, definitely.
Oh, we got in the middle, but the ultimate use this time we will be able to disengage. I think so successfully. Yup. And Joseph going in
But
back
Joseph
again.
goes back in.
It could be a kill.
And oh, that was such an amazing frigid glacier by Eden. And Ryu is in a difficult spot, but manages to get out with that pinch poise. And that was a 2 for nothing.
Yeah, and the Lord
And,
as well. I think so.
and the turtle, yeah. The Hylos does get a kill back onto the CC. The 27 does get slain by the Hylos and Ryu. And Kyle flickering in to get that kill and managed to get that kill onto Radium. So Radium is not having the kind of game that he had the last couple of games.
Ooh. This is going to be fun to watch. I personally seem to be have proven wrong by this team.
Yeah, but another thing that you're very correct on, I think, is that Moskov. The Moskov has absolutely been performing throughout the series. Oh, and that's an amazing ultimate by 27, getting both Apex and Lunox. And the Grok could not wild charge out of it. So Apex tried to wild charge out of it, but CC's ultimate, the handcuffs were actually on point. So the Grok and the Lunox were stuck together ultimately.
Yeah, Eden, I think so, is coming in clutch with those frigid glaciers.
Yeah. Aurora is another hero that is definitely showing her strength throughout this series.
Oh, this could be another team fight, and
Oh,
I'm pretty sure it is going to go to the side of Team Meow Meow Gang. Look at them, Kyle. And yeah, Ryu
oh,
does go down. Radium does get a kill on Joseph instead. That is a huge kill. Now it seems like Harusan is on the back foot, but Obi does not chase. Eden might go down, does go down eventually. I
yeah.
am just bamboozled. Both teams actually trading
Well,
this time.
yeah, but uh, Kyle actually missed his Spear of Destruction, and as a result, he could not be a part of that team fight. However, instead, he just traded for the bottom lane turrets. And
Yeah,
he is
he's
getting
moving.
chased by Ryu and Jay, as well as Ugly.
Ooh,
And okay, Apex with a great positioning, and unfortunately,
oh.
Harusan cannot get him out of that tight spot, and that is not what Meow Meow Gang wants.
Yeah, that was something that they should have avoided. The Moskov going down is not a good thing, especially because you want that Moskov as fat as soon as possible, or
Exactly.
things are not going to go their way as soon as the 10-minute mark hits.
Yep. So that shutdown that Radium got onto Joseph in the fight in their jungle, as well as that kill onto Moskov, has left this game kind of swinging open. So Radium actually has a 600 gold advantage over the Moskov,
Bobby
and
barely
that
getting out
was an
of that.
amazing play to
And
try
Arrow
and
going down to Radium. Radium does get a kill, 27, low on health. And the turtle actually up, and it seems like it might be Joseph is going down. Does pop the ultimate, but it will be enough. The frigid glacier does catch two people, but it is just enough to give him enough space to actually slide out of that. And it seems like the turtle is going to be taken from the side of Team ABM. Moskov sneakily is going to take the blue buff.
and he also took the mid lane turret, which is the most important turret in the game because it really opens up everything.
Yeah, I think so. Meow Meow Gang are the desperate side. They do have. It seems like they do need to actually win the team fights more, and it seems like a bit of desperation coming in when it comes to team fights, as the coordination slightly bit off in that previous total fight.
Exactly. I think that is their biggest problem right now. So, for their team fight to actually go well, a lot of things need to happen. So, Alice needs to be frontlining, whereas 27 needs to be in a position where he is actually going into the back line, flanking. And then they also want ideally Moscow to be split pushing and then hitting those spear of destructions and joining the team fight late. And these are a lot of conditions to hit, and they're not. Unfortunately, they're not hitting them currently, which is leading to a lot of disjointed team fights. But let's see if they can actually do better here, or ABM can
Oh.
continue their.
And
And
Spirit of Alpha Connects as well. A team fight. Apex is going to go down, as well as CC's ultimate bringing Luna. Sorry, Ryu very slow on health. Joseph taking a kill on Radium, and this is going bad to worse for the side of Team ABM, as it seems like Jay might be going down as well. Barely managed to survive with that revitalize going up and being used instead for his life. And look at that jump coming in again. A bit of an overplay,
Joseph,
but could it be a kill? My god, it is a double and a triple and a clean team swipe.
yep. And that is exactly what I mean. Like this, how Meow Meow Gang need to take these fights is exactly like that. So you want the Alice to be up front, and then you want that Spear of Destruction to hit, so that you can get the angles that you want for the fight.
Ooh, and the frigid glacier again coming in clutch. They get radium again. Meow Meow might Eden barely managed to survive. Actually, look at that. Quick
They
feet.
actually got the Lord as well.
Yeah.
So Lord plus 2 kills is
Ooh.
definitely a win for Meow Meow Gang there. and they have actually extended their gold lead to around 5,000 gold at this point.
Oh my god, look at that Grok out there with his broken ankles from that quick left right turn coming from Eden as the Lord is walking down the mid lane. And if the inhibitors go down, the Moscow stealing away the core is a new possibility that opens up, and Radium needs to be careful, very low on health. The ultimate used, but now Joseph doing a lot of sustain. It is J going down already of 4v5, and
The
yup,
Flying Eagle
the
comes
Hyper
in,
going
and
down.
yep, Ryu is down as well. They do get a kill back onto 27, but the base is exposed, and Kyle is actually hitting the base. But they're not able to
Oh,
actually finish it. Oh, they don't have the minions. And
oh my god, they survived that. How did they do that? But it could be the end. Still, look
they
at that
they didn't
aggression
have any
coming in from the
minions.
side of Team
And
Meow Meow Gang. The ultimate used, Apex running for his life. Will it be enough? But Jay now respawning. They barely managed to keep their base alive.
that was that was not that was a little bit of a greedy play coming in from Meow Meow Gang. They didn't even realize that their minions had finished. Actually, like when Joseph was hitting to end the base, uh, he didn't have any minions, so that was a little bit of a overextension. But Meow Meow Gang definitely have the advantage now. 12 minutes into the game, all three inhibitors down, and the base is standing on a sliver of an HP. It's
Oh.
oh, and Apex managed to take down Haru-san. The Spear of Destruction lands, but Moskov does not take it.
Yeah, if they can get the kill on Kyle, if they can get the jump on Kyle before team fights even start, I think so that is the one actual possible way they could end this. But look at that, Redeem going down again. So much damage coming from Moskov as Kyle gets 2 kills. And Joseph getting the third on J, already a 5v2. The base open to the taking. The Lord spawning in 20 seconds. So much for Team Meow Meow Gang to take from.
Yeah, and I wouldn't be surprised if they try to push it again. Uh, there's Ryu actually. Oh, but Ryu gets caught, and Ryu
Yeah,
does fall. So I think this
GG.
should be over. And yes, the recall spams are happening, but that is Meow Meow Gang, the winner of Game 3.
Ooh, that was exciting, wasn't it? Z. And I think so. With that, I will take my leave for the post game analysis coming in from Z and Shinryu.
Wasn't that an exciting game? Okay,
Absolutely.
and Z, what do you think was the difference maker in that game? Like, what played wrong for Team ABM?
I think that CC pick by 27 coming in the around the end of the ban phase, around the end of the pick ban and pick phase was absolutely enormous because the CC can handle the Hylos in lane very well, and then the CC can also actually just disrupt the team fights in a way that is very difficult for this team comp that ABM have drafted to actually navigate around. So if the CC gets her ultimate on two people, those two people cannot leave. If the CC gets just one person, that person cannot flank. And as a result, the Alice, the Mathilda, the Aurora, and the Moskov have very dynamic entryways into those team fights. And I think that ultimately was the deciding factors, just how dynamically one could enter these team fights.
I mean, that was as detailed as it could be. I mean, we were really skeptical about this Alice into that, Melissa and Lunox, but this Alice just outperformed. I mean, it just betrayed the norms we had about this matchup, between Lunox and Alice. Like, not only did he win that match, but he was like completely outclassing, like the sustaining that damage from Lunox so much. And I mean, props to Kyle with that Moscow, like the entry with the Spear of Destruction in those fights were like just kiss of the chef, like just it was so perfect and it was so magical that it just changed the tide of the team. I mean, game. And Eden, my guy was like just there with those frigid glacier, and yeah, like things really played well for the side of team Meow Meow Gang this game around, and we don't see this pretty often. But team like ABM really was struggling to keep up the damage, like just like hold the game for their side, and they were just losing turrets left and right, and the aggression was like, I mean, how can we even say much about it? It's just like the things just it was just like the tables were turned for the side of team ABM, and they were on the receiving end this time.
Indeed, indeed. And guys, please don't forget that we do have a giveaway going on today. Um, Predict the winner of this series, and you could be, if you predict right, you could be the winner of our giveaway. For more details about the giveaway, please check the pinned comment on the YouTube chat, and we will update you on other giveaways as well as the series progresses. With that said, we will be taking a short break and then we will continue this really quickly. So don't go anywhere.
intro me and we'll go.
Your team is banning.
Hello and welcome back, guys. That was some action-packed game we just witnessed, and sorry for the delay, but here we are back with PCI Prime Championship India, the finals tonight, and
Sand
this
rises
is
when
the
I give
best
the
of seven
word.
series
Is
team.
banning.
Meow Meow Gang currently leading with a score of 2-1, and let's see what will this game unfold before us. But before that, guys, we do have a special guest with us, and it's none other than your favorite neighborhood caster, who is Kronos, guys. Do welcome him.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much, Shin, for that wonderful introduction indeed. I know I'm got a message from Crank the Tank. I don't know where you are, brother. I got a message from Shin as well, just saying like, hey, there's a tournament going on. We're at the grand finals, and guess what? None other than familiar faces, ABM versus Meow Meow Gang in the best of seven, best of five. I'm not sure. You got to correct me if I'm wrong, but for sure to see ABM on the losing side, not so often. But right now, definitely excited to bring this action packed game because I believe we're already in the draft, Shin. You've been here for game number 1 and 2, and I believe 3 as well. So, what's going on? Give me some tea because I know Apex likes that Khalid at the same time, Jay as well. And this Alice is definitely a menace in the meta so far. So, having to take that off the table, I think, which route do you think they're going around now?
I mean, the chip was like kind of getting the ban quite often. The first game it was left open, and Apex did show like what he's capable on that hero. So the only factor I feel like that was the difference maker in those games was the damage from Moscow. So it was really refreshing to see, like the Moscow being juggled around between the both teams. So in the last game, Team Meow Meow Gang were able to get the Moscow, and they just defied, ABM from the victory. So the Moscow might be the focal point for this game around too, as you can see these two teams are banning out the heroes that were picked in the last game. The Alice was picked by Joseph, really, destroying even against those counter picks. So this time around, Team ABM banning that hero out.
Yeah, I think given the fact that they might also want to go for like a tanky composition because the alpha generally brings in a lot of true damage, right? That dive composition just goes in your face. Can't really do anything about it with that spear of alpha when he hits it. He got that massive spell vamp, and he's more of a snowball here when he hits that mid game phase. And once he gets that power spike, that's so very well needed after that first turtle. And if he by chance picks it up as well, it's just gonna spell disaster for the side of Meow Meow Gang. And they realize that, don't want to deal with it whatsoever. Yes, Ryu can pull off his assassins, but guess what? We've dealt with it once. We can deal with it once more. And I know for those of you who are watching, you're pretty excited. Shin, I'm excited as well. We got the Harriet taken off as well. They're pulling out all their cards. No stops. We don't care. Yeah, you play Harriet. Call us, predictable. Call us whatever you want. We don't want to see Radium on the Harriet. Take it off. We can deal with what we can deal with. Now, ABM, we put you on the back foot. Give us an answer. We demand an answer. We've heard you time and again. Top team here, there, everywhere. But guess what? Not in the Fusion Prime Championship in India. And that is a big question mark. And I know all the viewers are looking for their big downfall. At the same time, I can see some smiles here and there in the casters as well. They're kind of looking for it as well. So I'm pretty excited. This is the tea we want to spill.
Absolutely. I mean, coming back to the draft, it was like both the teams, they know each other so well. Like they have been facing each other in multiple tournaments. So I mean, at this point, they can just read each other like, just like water. And we can see like the Shuyu getting banned. That is a respect ban from the side of Team AVM. So, okay, like I mentioned you, the Moscow again getting juggled and will be the first pick from the side of Team Meow Meow Gang.
Yeah, I think the focal point, like you mentioned, the Moskov, right? It is questionable, to be honest, as the first pick because you have the Edith available, the links there, the Hayabusa, basically big counters, the Vexana in the mid lane to dominate that rotation. You got the Aurora as well that prevents a dive. So I think right now ABM going with the Aurora quite early means that they don't want to be countered. They don't want to be dove upon. They want to have an easier time controlling these team fights. And given the fact that they're hovering over Hylos means they might want to play a front-to-back composition with these team fights. And I think that's the route they're choosing to go over.
I do agree with you. Like Radium did get the Moskov in the last two games, and he was completely unstoppable. So team Meow Meow Gang, they really got that window in the last team fight near the lot where team ABM really overextended, and that gave them the victory. So after that, they're just completely denying Radium from that Moscow. So it's just like they don't want that hero to be picked by team ABM at this point. And in the last game, Moscow did have the counter like the links, but despite that, he was like just everywhere with the spear of destruction. Like he was there in the like how do we say, the South Indian heroes just entering the team fight at the end and just massacring everybody else. So it was just something similar to see, and yeah, like it's just
Yeah,
nothing else
it,
this time
Your
around.
team is
it's like those team fights, right? Just absolutely going in, destroying them one after the other. Let's making sure that all the skills are being used, and then just destroying them, and then creating problem, creating havoc in the land of Dawn. Something we definitely want to see happen day in and day out, especially in all these tournaments that's going around. Parallelly, there's so many going around. But guess what, folks? You're watching the Fusion Prime indeed. Yeah, the grand finals. Best of seven. ABM versus Meow Meow Gang. My name is Kronos. For those of you who don't know me, and those of you who don't know him, he's Shin. Of course, he is there on the screen. But right now, I think this is game number 4. Meow Meow Gang 2 and ABM 1. Not something we see quite often. And definitely Meow Meow Gang have their own followers as well, have their own fan base, and they definitely want to see a different team take the victory. And speaking about that, look at that. Meow Meow Gang picking up the Luyi along with the Ruby goes to show they want to rotate faster on the map. They understand their play style is as a unit together, not divided. And at the same time, ABM need to go back to the old reliable in this Claude. Claude forever in the meta for such a long time, day in and day out. Especially after the rework he got with no mana as well. So looking to dive, complementing this high-lows, adding levels and layers to it might create a difference for them while having that assurance of trying to avoid being dove upon themselves with that Aurora. And at the same time, they take off the Ling, they take off the Fanny. I think they don't want to deal any sort of assassins, kind of keeping Ubby here a little protected. And at the same time, on the other side, the Julian comes off, and I think they're looking to take off another jungler.
Yeah, like I mean, Joseph, though underrated, is like so lethal on this assassins. Like if he gets this assassin, like for example, even the Ling or the Fanny, like he can be the person who can change the team fights, and like it just shows those bans like are totally respect bans for him. And
your team
to
is
be honest, like the Claude, unlike in the last patches where he did need to use that the emblem, the one where he needs to get the more mana, the basic common emblem. So with that being away, with the mana being removed from him, like now he can use the marksman emblem. So
Always on the
that does give
way.
him the ability to
Your
use,
team
to
is
get online much earlier into the game. So this Moscow does need those items, those power spikes. So he will need to farm across the map. But this Claude, he can come online pretty quickly. So that can be a good, pick against the Moscow to have in this game, I believe.
Yeah, I think it all comes down to how they're gonna go. Look at that. Speaking of the assassins, yes, you can ban out a lot of it, but you can't ban all of them, right? We have Nolan over here on the hands of Joseph being hovered over a little bit and trying to make sure that he gets that early game power spike that he needs. Go in, invade into the jungle, get that 2 level difference, and create a problem. But on the other side, Apex picking this Matilda gives a little bit of mobility, additional mobility, a little bit of that save that they kind of need. But at the same time, they cover their bases, pick up this Kacha, that divine judgment, making sure they can burst them down instantly with that lockdown. Pairing up with the Moskov Spear of Misery might create a big difference, but they pick up the X-Borg, the old reliable, once again in the hands of Jay. So ABM taking steps back, going back to the basics, realizing this is not somewhere they can be flamboyant and actually, just laying all the cards down the line. And it's about 2-1 right now. So they want to make it a 2-2 rather than give Meow Meow Gang a game set match point for the next one. So of course, Shin, I think I'm going to go with Meow Meow Gang on this one. What about you?
I mean, I do feel like those global ults, along with the Kaja ultimate, is so lethal with those pickoffs. This Claude is not safe anywhere on the map, even though like Team ABM have the like quick rotation across the map, but those like
Welcome to
diversion play can be
Solo.
so lethal. But with the game starting, this fourth match, I have to hand over the mic to Gig
Reaches the
to
battlefield.
like accompany you
Smash
with the
them.
casting Kronos.
Hey, we are here in the land of dawn indeed for game number 4. Meow Meow Gang on the blue side. On the red, we have ABM. And guess what? It's me, Kronos, up on the desk. And joining me, Kick, coming in all the way. You're going to have a fun one because I know definitely you want to sit back, kick it, cast this game, enjoy as Ryu already in the EXP lane, clearing it out with the Ring of Punishment on this Hylos, and now wants to invade into the opposition jungle.
Yeah, they need to be careful. The Nolan does come online earlier, I believe, and yeah, that is going to be an issue on their side if they are not careful with that Nolan. I think so. First, the Moskov does take a lot of time to come online. The Claude is going to have a difficult phase as well in the gold lane. So I think that is going to be level. I think so. Whoever ganks the most in the gold lane is going to do better in the late and the mid game.
Yeah, I agree. The gold lane should be the sole focus, but at the same time, look at that. They're trying to stop Jay from making the rotation while Joseph as well goes in. He doesn't have the fracture. Expansion comes out. Radium is there. Has the BMI to the backside. Frog Armor gets taken down from Jay, while Apex is being poked out by the dispersion rotation combination. As Ryu, all the way from the EXP lane, makes his rotation down bot to make his presence felt in around the map. As Joseph here camps Ryu. He has the fracture. He goes in for it, uses it as well, but not enough damage. Just trying to poke him out, while on the EXP side, they're waiting for 27 to get the advantage.
Yeah, they shouldn't be giving 27 that much space. If he does come online earlier, he is going to rotate more into the fights and things are not going to go their way. So this is currently not going on the side of Team ABM. I think so Team Meow Meow Gang are looking better currently.
Yeah, they are looking better, but having Ryu left open might actually be a problem as well. That's why they're doubling down on him right now, giving 27 the space that he needs, hitting the level 4 power spike, and now they'll be focusing their attention on towards the turtle, while in the mid lane, Harusan is getting poked out, so he will not be able to have the Divine Judgment. Might have to go back to the base as well, as Jay, level 4 at the same time. They're protecting the turtle. They've got it conquered 3v4 right now. ABM have the advantage as Joseph able to get the turtle with the retribution. They go to Lasting Insanity as well. Joseph is the target once again. Albi gets taken out, and at the same time, 27 with the Don't Run Wolf's King takes out Apex as the diversion play is made, and they're trying to go back, but he gets taken down early, and now Nolan falls as well. Joseph, in the thick of it, gets taken out the Land of Dawn. It's 1-1, but the turtle giving the advantage to the side of Meow Meow Gang.
Yeah, that is what I mean by Nolan coming online earlier. The X-Borg does have the armor and the ultimate as well to help in the team fights, but when it comes to the turtle, it is totally dependent on who comes up early, who does have that retribution ready as well, and that was made clear by Nolan, who is still doing way better when it comes to the pure jungling aspect of the game.
Yeah, I agree. He is one of the fastest jungle clears, if not the fastest jungle clear in the game, and adding levels to layering down and understanding that he needs the level advantage, but somehow Jay is still able to stay on track.
Yeah, I think so. When it comes to the X-Borg, he does have a stronger game than Nolan when it comes to late mid to the late game, but they do have a Moskov on the side of Meow Meow as well.
Oh, speaking of Meow Meow Gang, they want to go in on towards Ubby. He shouldn't have the passive available. Takes him quite low. Now we'll have to make the recall, so the rotation from the mid lane is quite weak on the side of ABM. And Meow Meow Gang can look to capitalize it. Look at Harusan. He sees Apex. I think he realizes there that they might go for it.
Yeah, and it seems like there may be a fight in the bottom lane. Look at that, Apex going very aggressive. The gold is being contested and it's taken, but the ultimate popped. But will he be able to get out of it? Yeah, it seems like Harusan will not be able to get his ultimate down this time.
Yeah, I think that was quite close call. A little bit of a skirmish, a little bit of a confusion caused by MMG and ABM at the same time. So I think it should be fixed. But the diversion play up top, look at that. They make a 3-man rotation. 27 is just the distraction. The Glorious Pathway comes out. The Frigid Glacier picks up the turtle as well. 27 gets taken down. Jay doesn't have the Faraga armor for the Lasting Insanity at the same time. So they lose one and lose the turtle as well. So MMG not making a good play. Apex is playing quite aggressive. He doesn't have the help of his team. Frosty Wind comes out to slow down Harusan. They don't have any sort of burst yet to take him down. The Divine Judgment is available, but Radiant makes the rotation and slowing down the game so that ABN can get back up to pace.
Yeah, Moskov is still left alone. He hasn't been ganked a lot in this game, so they still do have hope. But when it comes to gold, look at that. Not a lot of difference from both the sides.
Yeah, Joseph, Eden, the target. Here's the last thing. Insanity gets popped as well. Eden flickers out, survives, but the bait is beautiful. They take down Jay with a fracture, but on the other side, Ryu makes his rotation. Harusan here, just a distraction. Radiant comes out with the blazing duet. They go on towards 3, but we'll have to back off because they realize the damage is present in the form of Kyle, who comes in. Joseph here, he wants to go in 27, missing the I'm offended at the same time. And I think right now they're just trading blows, but to no avail because there's no victory coming out of this team fights apart from just getting a few kills.
Yeah, it seems to be somewhat of a trend in this tournament that we see a lot of team fights, but not a lot of kill when it comes to these very level teams. Both teams, I'd say, are doing equally good when it comes to goal as well. Not a lot when it comes to the goal lead for the side of ABM, but I think so. Things are going to get level after one fight. I think so. This is going to go for the side of Team Meow Meow.
Oof, Meow Meow. Actually, ABM make that swap, or was that Meow Meow? Because I feel like both did. Look at that diversion comes out, but they're just baiting things out, waiting to see who is there on the other side. Having nobody, it's a little bit of a stalemate, and I think right now, Kick, they're looking to get the target. I think Meow Meow is just trying to find who will they use the Divine Judgment on, who do they want to burst down, and I think calculating the target, it should be this Aurora that's in the hands of Abhi, because that's the one they'll be looking to burst down.
Yeah, that Aurora has been taken from the backline. The Frigid Glacier has been spot on. Does help his team as well.
But look
You
at
see a fight.
Yeah, look at that. They go in. Last thing, Sandy Blazing Duet comes out as well. They take down Harusan after the Divine Judgment was due. Here's your Ryu with the Glorious Pathway. 27, creating the space that his team needs. But at the same time, on the top side, they get the solo kill. Kyle able to pull off a miracle, take down the X-Borg without the Faraga armor. And now they do not have priority in the turtle, so looking to reset it while Ryu is just trying to bully his way into 27 as they're getting the kill. There comes everything thrown at him except the kitchen sink, but the Revitalize is keeping him alive. It's taking so much just to take him down, but thank goodness for Kyle. He's able to make the play, and now they go for the diversion on towards the bot side to prevent Radiant from actually making anything of it. But haste not, because he did pick up the bot lane tier 1 turret, as Kyle will be next on the chopping block unless Apex, he wants to find him, doesn't do so. That was so close for comfort.
Yeah. I'd say respect to Ryu for going in. That was some ballsy play, helping his team out. Did get things actually under control all by himself. Don't you think so?
Yeah, I think it was quite difficult for him to do so. And look at the Haru once again getting spotted out as well. And I think slowly but surely ABM finding control over the river thanks to the poke coming in from Apex. Because if you are the Kaja right now, Kick, I think you're looking to get that one target without getting poked down too much. And whenever his flicker is available with the help of Eden as well as Joseph, they should be looking to pick off, but not able to find the target thus far has been the problems. Looks like Ryu, look at that glorious pathway coming out. They're just zoning them away, and this is the problem that's being created so far. But the I'm offended connects, forcing the flicker out as well. They get the kill. No, it's just pop, but the passive goes down. Frigid Glacier comes out. It catches one. Eden is the one that gets caught. And right now, ABM in the back foot, definitely. MMG looking to press the advantage to try and take the Lord.
Yeah, this is where ABM always make mistakes. Some overplay. Always they make huge mistakes that it cost them the second match as well. And look at that team fight. The ultimate used, and they do find a kill. It seems like 27 going down. Now things are turning around. It may be another kill on Eden. Yup, Apex does get the kill on Eden, and we could see a turnaround again. Lord now started, but both teams very low on health.
Yeah, I think they just waited and baited all the skills that they needed to, and Ryu leading the charge as the Hylos with that glorious pathway, that ring of punishment, and Jay once again back with his Faraga armor. They reset the Lord, however, realizing they don't have complete control yet. Yes, you have 2k advantage, but Kyle split pushing on the top side means that they'll be able to get something. But look at that, Haru gets poked down, Flicker baited out as well, so that is quite expensive spell. But meanwhile, on the mid lane, Joseph gets taken out by Jay in a solo trade with the lasting insanity. But look at that, Spear of Destruction catches Jay in the thick of it. He gets taken down, and now the Lord, once again, no junglers, so none of the team are able to take it.
Oh, this is what Apex always mistake. Like I said earlier, they do have some issues when it comes to making huge mistakes. Even when they're in the driver's seat and not under pressure, they seem to just suddenly shut off. And Meow Meow again bring it back level. Team ABM have been in the lead thrice in the game, but yeah, they give it all up instantly.
Yeah, and I agree. The fact that they've been trying to get the driver's seat, lose the advantage, and the next thing you know, one more time, take it and then give it away. So they're just trying to find answers. And I think it just comes to the fact that who are they trying to protect? Because Radium is the one that goes in for the late, just trying to secure these kills. But Ryu is the sole target, has to lead the charge. And having Apex to kind of save him, not sure if he should dive in or dive out. And that's why you can see him once again using the guiding wind away rather than into. And that's how a Matilda should be played. But having this Hylos and this, they're like I said, they're trying to create this front to back composition. But the problem is 27 on this Ruby.
Yeah, and the Moskov on Kyle still has been very silent, hasn't come online a lot, just once or twice, just some cameos. I think so. Team ABM do have the better late game composition overall, but look at that damage already on Kyle. He is taking the lead on goal, 8,600 lead, and he is going to complete his set before anyone in the server.
Yeah, and I agree. His set, that Trinity, is already up. Now he's just building towards the Wind of Nature, so he'll have the advantage when it comes to these single blow for blow trades. But speaking of, he gets the fracture. Joseph able to make that at the same time. Spear of Destruction connects. Up, he gets taken down. Frigid Glacier for nothing. Jay comes from the other side. They're trying to cook right now by roasting them alive. But guess what? ABM are the ones getting roasted. But here comes Radiant with the Blazing Duet. They get one. They're trying to get the second, but the BMI to the back line is there. They trade only mage for mage, mid laner for mid laner, once again trying to seek control, but neither team giving it up as the goal lead is still in the hands of ABM. 1-for-1. Let them cook.
Whoa, that was awesome match, guys. Everything has been very emotional. I myself had been nervous. Look at that. And almost going down. Radium, so much damage on Kyle already. He's starting up the Lord, and we could see a Lord fight again, but a disengage this time. And it seems like Meow Meow are playing it a bit safer now.
Yeah, I think Meow Meow have to look at playing it safer because the target is Kyle for sure. He has scaled. He is red hot. 5-0-0 on a Moscow. Take down at least 3 turrets in the game thus far. 1 up top and 2 down bot. And look at that. He makes the rotation with the diversion once again to get a little bit of an advantage in the lane. And once the pressure is put on the long side of the map, he will be able to get control in the Lord Pit as well because they have to respond. As you can see, Jay making the rotation to get that clear. But this 1v1 is something we like to see again. Jay has the Faraga armor. He has the immortality. So shouldn't be the target that they're looking to chase. But right now, Meow Meow Gang, once again, they go for the Frigid Glacier on towards Joseph, but the separation created once again thanks to 27. Brigadium comes in with a Blazing Duet. He gets the damage down. They get Eden. They also get Harusan. And next one in the chopping block is 27 as he gets taken down. That's a double for the side of Jay. Joseph and Kyle, the ones left standing, but Kyle able to take the inhibitor down, but forcing ABM to respond as Jay is left all alone in the Lord Pit. So they should be able to make that play unless and until they get that Spear of Destruction on the other side.
And it has been anticipated and stopped right in middle lane. I think so. If this is how things go, Team ABM are going to win. They need to be more aggressive. I do know that Kyle is the target, but with Aurora and that backline safe and sound, no one to actually even scare him off. He is having a total control and a blast. Giving him that much space has actually proven to be their downfall when it comes to Meow Meow Gang. And look at that Kyle going in aggressive. He should not be playing alone.
Oh my goodness, whatever Kyle was cooking definitely is cooked to the next level. He is 5-0-0, full build with the Trinity, with that Wind of Nature for extra sustain. And he's also got that Malefic Roar. He's definitely able to kill Ryu as well. So nobody's safe in the side of ABM from this point around. That's why you see them taking their time and making sure they don't make mistakes, which they're so prone to in this entire series, as now they're looking to go down the mid lane. The Lord has been cleared up top, and they come in with the last thing he said it, but the I'm offended gets 3 and 4, but at the same time, Blazing Duet was there. It's the first one to fall. Radium gets taken down. 2 in the process on the side of each, as right now, finally, MMG able to take the advantage, make the plays, and oh my goodness, 27, what a play it was indeed.
Oh, yeah, that is the power of Ruby. They need to be very careful of that as well. I did say leaving him alone, letting him farm up is going to be an issue, and this is where Team Apex are going to shine if they do have the space, if they are allowed to initiate. Things are not going to go for Meow Meow Gang.
Oh, looking of initiate. They went in with that lasting standing, and right now they get the glorious pathway as well. Kyle is the sole target. They go in Apex. He has a circling eagle, used it, but he still tries to survive. But no, Ryu right on top of him gets the kill on towards Kyle. The final shutdown that came in after such a long time, as this late game Moskov got a dent in his plans. And right now, MMG looking to capitalize, but not able to do so, and neither is ABM.
Yeah, I think so. With the X-Borg and the Claude available in the late game, I think so ABM are going to be stronger. The Moskov is going to come online, but he alone cannot do it. 27 is present. He does have the sustainability, but when it comes to damage output, I don't think so Louis has been able to perform. Haru can get pickoffs, but late into this game, who do they go for? The Aurora does have the passive as well. The Apex with the immortality. Ryu does not go down easily, does cost them a lot of spells and time. I think so. They are looking to actually have a difficult late game, and they might lose it if they do not come up with a miracle. That I think so. Team ABM have been providing in these previous rounds with huge blunders while being in the driver's seat as they are right now.
Yeah, I think they are, and then Meow Meow Gang are looking for that blunder once again, and here it comes in the form of the glorious pathway. Not sure if it's going to be Ryu trying to zone them away. Kyle is the main target, but on the other side, Harusan forced to use the Divine Judgment on towards him, as Jay will get... He just eats it up and stays alive. At the same time, Radium able to make the trade, gets the tier 2 down, but the Lord is the focus while Joseph is there. He knows he's able to steal it, but Jay senses him, checking the bushes, and now with all that damage, able to take him out. Will they get the kill on towards Jay? The expansion is there, but he survives thanks to the guiding wind coming in from Apex, and finally they take him out. 27 is in the thick of it, gets taken down next. There's the winner crown, but will he be able to survive? Radium should be able to get this up himself quite easily. A little bit of a tongue twister, but definitely right now ABM surely in the driver's seat, as Kyle is the next one on the chopping block. They go one after the other. Look at that shield, that sustain that he's able to get thanks to all that guiding winds along with his itemization of the rose gold meteor. They take down Kyle, so I think this should be game, set, match, and ABM looking to make that Lord, the luminous one, should be definitely the difference maker, as Eden here forced to flicker out once again, so now they definitely have the advantage.
Yeah, they do have the advantage, even with the Lord. I think so. The Moskov could defend, but will he be alive is the question actually you need to be asking. The Moskov is there, has been split pushing, and yeah, has been actually being able to stay alive in team fights because he does join in when it seems appropriate for him. But now when it comes to defense, he does not have the space to do so. He will be pushed inside his own box in his own safe house, which is, I feel, not safe at all for him. Giving Abhi the space to use it. Frigid Glacier has been working, as well as X-Borg going in with his ultimate, his Insanity, Radium as well. There is so much damage, there is so much sustainability. I do not see Meow Meow Gang making a comeback at all, until and unless, I say it again, there is a miracle. And yeah, it seems like we will not have to wait for a long time, as the Lord is pretty close up to the inhibitor turret now.
Yeah, I think the Lord marching down the top lane, the luminous one indeed, but on the bot side, they get that solo kill on towards Joseph that was so much more needed, but at the same time, Frigid Glacier pops out, and they go with the circling eagle, but here comes out the blazing duet. Finally, Radium able to dish out the damage that is so much more needed. Eden has to go back towards the bake, but they get Radium in the process. That's the one that's needed to take it down, but seems like ADM want to control the base, and they take the game, finally making a 2-2. Got me questioning about what's going on in this series. Kick, oh my goodness. What a way to make a comeback indeed for their side. And I think right now, the big question is, will this next one be the difference maker or not?
Yeah, I think so. For that, the best one suited will be Z. Z, I think so. This is your time to take over.
Hey Kyle, that was an action-packed game indeed, wasn't it?
Ooh, it was something, brother. It was something. This is Kronos, and it was something indeed. Kyle, what did...
Oh, Kyle was absolutely massive that game, obviously, but I think the difference ultimately came down to Meow Meow Gang drafting a draft that required a lot more finesse when executing, as opposed to the ABM draft, which was a lot more straightforward. If you want to execute it, you put down the glorious pathway, you run after it, you have the Matilda to support, you have the Xbox doing the true damage, and you have the Aurora with the freezes, right? And I think despite it being easier, there were instances in the game where ABM looked like they were making a little bit more mistakes. However, they did catch themselves and then they absolutely turned the game around. They shut down Kyle multiple times and they managed to get that win in a very convincing manner.
Yeah, I think it came down to the fact that they knew what their win condition was, playing for the front to back composition with Avi as the target the entire time. And that's what it was, right, Kick? They were targeting him down completely since the beginning. And while they were doing that, they forgot to see the Radiant was slowly but surely farming up. And then it got to the point where they could not stop Ryu at all. And the only one to do so was Kyle. And once they started to pounce on Kyle, like you mentioned, Glorious Pathway, just complete dive on towards him. It was a straightforward victory as well. On the other side, MMG definitely had a sort of a niche that they had to kind of fit. Isn't that right, Kick?
Absolutely.
House, especially with Xborg and a Radium, the ultimates were going to kill him eventually. It's just a matter of time. Not taking control in the early game was the bigger issue, and yeah, that is what you get for playing it too safe.
Mm. Another thing I want to mention is that this game um, we saw the jungler and the EXP for ABM actually swap roles. So until this time, Kronos, if like just context for you as well, I think, is that Ryu had been playing in the jungle and Jay had actually been playing in the EXP. So this was the game that they actually swapped it around. And I think both of them definitely showed that even this swap in roles is not going to really affect them at all. And in fact, it might even make their team stronger.
Yeah, I agree. It's just like, they got a bag of tricks, and just pulling out a rabbit out of the hat every now and then, throwing off the opposition does make a little bit of a difference. So I think that was just, it was completely, but at the same time, completely uncalled for, but at the same time, very prepared for. That's what teams get when they go against ABM type of deal.
Exactly. And with this, we are at 2-2 for the series, for this best of five, best of seven, sorry. So we are headed into a potential penultimate game between these two teams. Whoever wins the next game is going to be at a deciding point for the series and at a deciding point to win the Prime Championship India.
Yeah,
With
with that,
that,
we take a short break, guys. Do stay tuned. We will be back soon. And yeah, I hope you guys are enjoying. Do like and subscribe if you are new to the channel. You can find us on other platforms such as Facebook, Instagram, WhatsApp, and of course, for all you hardcore gamers, a Discord channel as well for you guys to join in our skirmishes as well. See you guys soon.
Your team is banning.
Hi guys, welcome back. This is game 5 of this best of 7 series between ABM and Meow Meow Gang. We are currently at a standstill at 2-2 between these two great teams, with ABM recently taking the win. Gig, you
My
casted the last
kiss
game with
grants you
Kronos.
immortality
How was the
or
experience?
death.
How
Oh
was the
my
game?
Oh my god.
Say
I
there are
don't
no
know if it was
shortcuts in life.
Kronos or
I
was it
literally
just a
invented
match. I
one.
can't give enough credit to both of them, but that match was awesome to cast as watch as well as a neutral, both teams going at each other, but there can only be one winner, and it was Team ABM who did secure the victory to bring it actually back to level. And yeah, this has been something I did not anticipate. I thought it
Your
was going to
team
be
is
a
banning.
dominating game from either one of the teams, but level right now.
Absolutely, absolutely. And even in the bans and picks, we're seeing some level of live, some kind of live. It's still level even in the bans, right? Like we're seeing respect bans from both sides. Meow Meow Gang with the ban on the chip that Apex had picked in the first game, and ABM with the ban on the Alice and the Suyu that Joseph has picked throughout this series. So it's like these teams are getting a lot of very interesting reads of each other, and it's reflecting in the drafts, and it's also reflecting in their gameplay.
As fleeting as a
Yeah,
few
I
words
think
breath.
so. In this
As
previous matches, we have
timeless as a
seen
glacier's
teams pick
heart.
somewhat having a favorite, but now it seems like both teams are banning those out, especially the pick like the Chip and the Aurora being banned out this time because of these previous matches. And the other side as well, we see the Alice and the Shio, sorry, the new hero being banned out again. So it seems like instead of banning out the metas, they're banning out the characters that have caused them trouble. And I wouldn't be surprised to see a Moskov or an export ban coming in.
Yeah. Interestingly, it's looking like Moskov is a hero that both teams want to pick for themselves. So, and then
I am not the only one
Phobius,
bowing to
yeah. So
these
the Phobius gets
chains.
banned from ABM side. I'm guessing they want to actually bait out this Xbox ban so that they can go Moskov first pick this time around.
Yeah, it could
Magic
be.
is my
It
right.
feels like
Oh,
a total.
the Horrid ban.
Yeah, that is another comfort hero that we have seen banned. We have not seen the Phobius actually being played, and yeah, again, yet again, we see a Moscow first pick. This feels like a full circle coming back from epic, legend, mythic glory, and then we go to professionals, and we see a first pick Moscow again, guys.
Yeah, absolutely. And even in this series, it's gone full circle, right? Radium has picked it up, started picking it up in game one, won that game, and then now he's picking it up again in this
Oh.
penultimate match, which can decide who gets that match point.
Yeah, and it seems like 27 is going to go for the Khalid as well, and it seems like a total replica of the first game currently, with the picks at least, and a Vexana this time being picked in for Eden. Oh my god, this is going to be fun to watch. With
Yeah,
that, this interesting draft, I'd say, with the Vexana.
Always on the
yeah.
hunt.
Your
Um
team is
with the
banning.
Aurora band, the Vexana is a very strong pick here, and Eden does pick it up. ABM, though, actually respond with the Mathilda and the Expo, both combinations that won them that game last game. So, very strong, and we've all seen how strong this can be. And looks like ABM is going towards comfort in that aspect.
Yeah, as I say, always don't fix what's not broken. So why not go for that Motilda and export pen that did come into clutch in the previous match to bring this into level, or it would have been game point for Meow Meow Gang. So yeah, I do understand why they go for that. The Xborg does have a strong jungling capability as well as a very huge presence when it comes to the mid and late games, which has been pretty evident and shown in the previous match. So I too would go for an Xborg again and pair it up with the Matilda.
Yep, and Meow Meow Gang actually respond to that with an alpha, who is a very strong pick and has been banned in this series and has seen some playtime in this series. What do you think about
My
this
mission is
alpha
to
pick,
protect
Joseph on the
lives.
Is
alpha?
banning.
Yeah, it is going to be strange to watch this because of the Xborg. The Xborg does do very well against fighters such as the Alpha, who does have slow mobility. He does have the ultimate to get in, to engage, and to disengage. But I'm not sure it will be enough or not. So I think so. This will all depend on how the jungling goes. Team ABM still yet to pick their mage. So I think so that would be a difference for the alpha. The Vexana, which is a very hard counter, I believe, for the alpha already picked on their side. So it seems to be in the favor of Meow Meow Gang currently. But yeah, can't say ABM is out of it. This is still early in the game. We still haven't
Yeah.
entered the game. The band still left as well as the picks. So I think so.
Your
That could
team is
actually
banning.
be a solid pick if the mages do
To
follow up as
live
well.
is to
Yep.
trick
And
the
you brought up a
Reaper.
very interesting point because last game, like based on our YouTube chat, the poll that was in the YouTube chat, most of our viewers thought that Meow Meow Gang was gonna win last game based on the draft. Unfortunately, that's not how things panned out, and that's definitely why we have to enjoy this game, why we watch this game, and that is, I think, exactly what you're talking about as well.
Yeah, I have been correct as well with that Alice speaking. That was, I thought, pick that was for sure to lose, but I was proven
I am the
wrong
priestess of
by
primal
a
lightning, the
large
hunter
margin.
of all the evil
I had
gods.
to swallow up my words, and yeah, I think so. Caster's curse did play a bit into it, guys. The Caster's curse is real, and I feel it every day. But let's see how things go in this one. And it seems like they might go for a Clint, which I did say does do well against the Moscow.
Yeah, but again, Clint against a Mathilda Expo kind of dive just does not sit well with me. It looks like they are going for the Claude, but yeah, Claude would be a little bit better into that kind of engagement.
It is in
I don't think
despair
Oh,
so.
that I see the
Yeah, I
fallen
think so. Nathan does
servants.
do pretty well, but I don't think so.
yep,
Any marksman
can actually
actually.
handle it. Yeah, I agree with that. I agree with that. However, Natan does have the advantage that he can
Care for
possibly just
stargazing?
destroy that Firaga armor or destroy Matilda before they even reach him with his damage in the
10
late game.
Is
years
picking.
of imprisonment.
Kupa, which I thought would have come up at least once in the tournament, but I don't think so we have seen it at all. But it seems like one of the oldie Goldie is back with that Terizla now going on that EXP lane. I have been waiting for this year to make a comeback. We have not seen him in the tournament, have we?
Yeah, but even more interesting, I mean, there's that Chang'e pick by Avi. I wonder what they're trying to do with this pick. Is it going to be that marksman Chang'e?
I don't think so. I think so. This is for pure damage. They are trying the same type of composition.
Make the
Just
world come to
keep
life.
on moving forward, marching forward. With that Changi, it does help them out to straight dive, go into a turret. Just take it down, get out of it. After that, instantly win the fight, get the objectives out. I think so. The Changi is a perfect pick if they can make it work. That is, but it seems like a Rafaela being picked up. Those are some strange picks coming up in this,
Yeah,
and seems like yeah, the higher the level, the stranger the picks, guys.
it is game 5 in this best of 5 series, 2 games apiece. It is high time for both of these teams to actually bring out these niche strategies in order to outplay each other. And that is definitely what we're seeing here right now with the Chang'e pick by Avi for
Welcome
ABM,
to
as
Level
well as the
1.
Rafaela pick by Harusan for
5 seconds till the enemy
for Meow Meow Gang.
Yeah, I think so. With that, I am going to give the mic back to Shinji, who is going to cast with C this match. I hope everyone is excited for this match.
The one mostly
Appreciate.
excited is me. We wanted a series and now we have it. Both these teams are packed with like this stalemate that we already are aware of. So this game
Yep.
is gonna be a deciding factor, and they do need that victory to secure this finals, as it's still a long-awaited night for us. It's just started. Okay, in Z.
Yeah, and Harusan and Apex are just going at it. Support v support down mid lane.
Look at Apex being so low, but the
And
pick or play from 27. Oh my god, that is already amazing play coming in from the side of Team MMG, Team Meow Meow Gang, with the aggressive route this time around.
yep. However, Meow Meow Gang actually did end up burning two flickers in exchange for that kill, which they will not have available for that first turtle fight. So that could come to bite them later on, but let's see how things go.
Yes, sir, but I feel like with the early game kill, this will give an early lead for that Khalid to come online, and we know
Yeah,
what happens when a Khalid comes online, and time and again,
yep.
it has been proved
Especially
to
when it's
us.
27. Especially when it's
Absolutely.
27.
Absolutely, I couldn't agree more with you. But a rotation coming onto the bot lane, we can see Team ABM trying to sandwich this 27 Khalid, but not able to do so. But the fear of Alpha already being used. Praga armor will be lost, and Apex too low will fall. Joy might fall as well, and he does with that. This turtle should go to the side of Team MMG as Team ABM with another setback early on in this game. Z, not a good start for the side of Team ABM.
Absolutely. It is not what they wanted, especially with a composition that has the Xborg, that has the Moskov, that has the Chang'e. If they get snowballed like this by the composition by Meow Meow Gangs, this could be an early defeat.
I mean, we do know like Team Meow Meow Gang can dominate that early game, but going on to the late game, the story speaks different. Like those good rotation coming from the side of Team ABM really like outclasses the team fights that the Team MMG wants to take. But look at this. Look at that ambush being set onto Apex, but will fail. And okay, Apex with a good read onto that, and yeah, like both these teams do know each other like so well, and it just speaks volume. Like they can anticipate the pace coming in.
Hmm, that's true. That's very true. And these teams are very familiar with each other just based on the past four games that they've played as well. So even things that they didn't know about each other, I'm sure they know by now.
I mean, it just speaks for itself, as we can see Team ABM always able to anticipate the rotation coming in. Another engage might have taken place, but Team MMG decided against it. As for the goal lane, it is still pretty equal. Both the heroes kind of scaling quite well. Kyle does have the early lead. We saw what happens when Kyle gets those lead, and yeah, like the story might repeat itself this game around too.
Yep, that's true. That's true.
And with that, the second turtle of the game will spawn on the mid lane. Okay, teams will back out, but a potential engage might have taken place. But this turtle, we need to see what will happen. Team ABM are on the place to take this. As for Team MMG, they are kind of back onto the side of the turtle. We can see Team ABM starting the turtle already. As for Team Meow Meow Gang, still yet to make their place onto the turtle. Z.
Yep, I think looking at their positioning, Meow Meow Gang definitely do have a better advantage in this turtle. Just looking at their picks as well, the
Oh, look at that
Xbox
flicker
is
play
got
coming from Ryu, and he will might fall, and Ryu gets taken down. 27 already, there is one of the members, but on the backline, Radium like wrecking havoc onto the backline, but this turtle too low. They do not have their jungler. Joseph was shut down, and we
oh,
can see
unfortunately they're
Jay
sandwiched.
will get sandwiched from the damage of Radium, and he is still alive. Kyle is there to take down that kill, but with that, the kill will go to the side of Team MMG, and the mid lane turret already too low, but will survive on time to clear that wave. But who do you think came on top on that last team fight, Z?
I would have to say Meow Meow Gang simply because Kyle ended up that fight with 2 kills,
Oh, look at that! Look at that
and
turtle fight, and that retribution will secure the turtle. Yes,
yep,
go on, Z.
like Kyle came out of that fight with 2 kills, and we know that while the Moskov is a late game beast and does provide that flexibility as well as that macro gameplay, the Natan in the late game is another beast entirely as well.
Yes, I couldn't agree more with you, but this blue buff is getting engaged on by the side of Team ABM. They are playing aggressive, but Ryu too deep will take the Eternal Guard and will fall from the damage. Not a good look. The last Insanity already being used by Jay. The Spear of Alpha is there to take him down, and that 27 secure the kill, and Team Meow Meow Gang again on the aggressive route, getting the better trade of the team fight. On the top lane, a 1v1 taking place. The entropy already being used. Radium too low, might fall. Yes, 27 again there to secure that kill, and this turret will get traded to the side of Team MMG. And the
That was a
bot lane
massive
turret
rotation.
will
That was a
also
massive
fall.
rotation from 27.
Absolutely, man. He was there to get that clutch kill on the side of Team MMG. I mean, this man, doing the magic on that Khalid, yeah. Like, he is
Yep.
just there everywhere on the map, giving that, like, the pressure that he needs to as a Khalid man. Okay, on the top lane, the entropy helps Kyle to survive. He has to burn that Purify.
Yes.
Look at that 1v1 on the bot lane again.
And Ryu has to retreat. He did burn his flicker, so there is no flicker
Mid
playing
lane, the
available.
mid
Oh,
lane, Radium. Is he taking more than he can chew? No, he will survive that. Okay, a good damage from Eden. Already on the top lane. Jay to overextend it will get punished right before
however,
the
Jay
turtle.
did take down Kyle. Jay did take down
Okay.
Kyle over in the top lane. So I think that's a trade that ABM are happy with.
I believe so, but I think this turtle should go to the side of Team Meow Meow Gang as their jungler is still shut down, and we can see it, like Team ABM not stopping there. They are going for the aggressive route. Apex and Ryu already there, giving the damage onto Joseph, but the heal coming in from Harusan will that help them sustain the damage, and I guess this turtle should go to the side of Team MMG. Yes, it does, and with that, I guess this team will reset or no. They are still
They
aggressive.
actually they clean swept the turtle, and with that and with their early game composition, I think they're in a very good position right now to actually snowball this game. The Natan is actually building towards the Holy Crystal as well. So with that, it's going to be another major power spike for this team, and they can actually look to press their advantage with that.
Yes, like Team ABM are not really paying much heat or much attention to this Nathan. So okay, the flicker play from 27 able to get a stun onto Abhi, but he will get out of that sticky situation with the flicker. But the last Insanity already being burned, not getting the damage onto any members. The Spear of Destruction already used, we can see on the back line, but he will decide against going it, and 5 members already there on the mid lane. They have the wave, this turret. Will it stand or not? Okay, see, look at the guiding wind will be used by Apex, but Team Meow Meow Gang, knowing that, will engage onto them, and yeah, they get down the turret on the mid lane. J2 low will get back his Praga armor, but again, on the contrary, look at the damage coming in from the Change. Might take down Eden, but he will get out of the flicker, and with that, again, Team ABM losing onto the trade. They lose member, and they lose that inhibitor turret as well. Not the inhibitor, the first tier turret as well.
Outer turret, the most important turret in the game. But this is very interesting. It looks like Meow Meow Gang actually answered Mathilda with a healer of their own. So they saw the heals coming in from the Mathilda last game. They saw the mobility. They thought the mobility is not a problem. We just need to handle that heal. They got a healer of their own, and this time they're actually fighting back really well.
Absolutely, absolutely. I feel like the Rafaela is making the difference, sustaining his team a lot more than they can normally do. But this
Exactly.
Khalid, is putting up the work. You can see the zoning coming in from him, and
Yep.
yeah, Team ABM is not getting the window they want for the slot, as this will fall to the side of Team MMG, and yeah, Team ABM can just stand and watch against the aggression from the side of Team Meow Meow Gang, as they are still, need to level the goal difference that they have already incurred. And with that, Z, what do you think Team ABM needs to do here? Like, they are on the back foot right now. They are losing. What can they do to like change that? Okay, another
Well,
engage.
they do
Joseph,
have. Oh,
look at that. Look at that. Joseph might fall, and 27 is there, but the Spear of Destruction will connect onto two members, and he goes in. Radiant with the damage, but the Eternal Guard will be there to stop the team fight, but they are still low, and amazing save from Eden, but Radium will still go on to Harusan. Will get the shutdown. 27 still there, trying to find the damage, but is he okay? The Winter Crown there. Kyle back to the team fight, able to make the team ABM go back, as Ryu still out of position, a bit to overextend, might fall. Okay, and he does take too much damage with that.
that was a very extended team fight. That was an insanely extended team fight. But at the end of it, looks like ABM was able to hold on to all of the inhibited turrets. In fact, I don't think they lost any turret at all.
They
And
just did, and another fight. It's just going on. Look at the damage from Kyle. Okay, taking down member, but he will fall from the damage of Radium. And 27 still sustaining the damage of Changi, taking the ultimate head on. See what is this man built of? He's taking so much damage and yet surviving.
yep, and 27 on this Khalid, as mentioned before, has been enormous throughout this entire tournament. Even in the semifinals against Neon Genesis, 27 actually performed a MVP performance like throughout the series in order to actually get them to this final. So we have definitely known that 27 on this Khalid is a very strong player, and he is definitely proving that right now in this finals. In the
Absolutely. I mean, like though there is a Terisla on the side of Team ABM, but we didn't really see much from him. As on the bot lane, another engage. This is 27 again gets out of that with the help of the Raging Sandstorm, but he wants more. The
goes
rotation
back
coming in
in.
from the side of MMG. Look at that! Look at that! Look
Oh,
at that! Jay in a tricky situation. Can he survive
it
that?
is tricky.
Okay. Apex with the save. Z. This Matilda playing okay. Joseph once more uses the Winter Crown to survive from the last insanity, but the damage from this Chang is so much. Radium with the Spear of Destruction get the shot down onto Harusan, and the members are still low, but three
However,
members fall. A triple kill for Kyle onto that Nathan doing the work again. But Jay again going with the last insanity. Eden, can he survive that? Uses the flicker, will
this is a
survive.
back and forth.
And Jay falls right before the like Lord spawns in. This botlane inhibitor might fall. Apex is the only member. Look at Kyle going in and will find the shutdown, and they have
They're
the minion to
looking
end the
to end
game.
this.
Look at Ryu going in, but
But,
it is not
oh,
enough. And with that, see ABM with the
that
comeback. I mean, Meow Meow Gang with the comeback. I'm so hyped. I
Victory!
forgot the team name as well. That was such an amazing game to watch, my guy. I'm still
absolutely.
breathless.
They managed to actually just snowball out of control this game, and they managed to at the same time get their Natan, who is their late game hero, active. And as a result, that was a absolute domination and a dominating win for Meow Meow Gang within 13 minutes. To talk more about this, I'd like to invite Geg as well as Kronos.
What do you think, Ron? Please, buddy, and yeah, please give us your input, Gig, as well. I guess Chronos sir's mic is muted, so we can't hear you. So please just unmute yourself so we can have a better. Yes, sir. We finally back with you.
and Gig, who actually put on an absolute show. And I think, Gig, you kept mentioning how they kind of throw towards the end, and that's what we saw once again, didn't we? They were kind of dominating, and we're talking about ABM, and all of a sudden, Meow Meow Gang. I don't. They got such a thug-like name, Shin, and towards the end they call themselves a gang, and then in between they got that meow meow, and then now they're just. Today I got a lot of audio notes about that meow 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 kind of song. So yeah, I mean, I didn't want to. I can't believe that these guys are the ones that are toppling the so-called giants. I know people say, "Hey, Kronos, you're a fan of ABM," and call it to everybody else. Let's say, for example, Shin or Gig, like, "Hey, you guys are fans of ABM." I mean, it's not like we are fans, but it's just that they've proven themselves time and again in multiple tournaments. So of course we're not trying to support a team. Yes, we can have our own favorites, but it's not like we're supporting a team. It's just they've proven it time and again, and we can't really shut them down if they keep proving themselves all over again. It's like you cannot say, for example, certain players or certain teams are not great. It's just they kept proving themselves time and again, and they're doing it on the stage. But guess what? This time around, they got challengers in the form of Meow Meow Gang who are meowing their way to victory, scratching and clawing the surfaces, and making ABM's banana feel like it's just getting cut off every single time. So I mean, it just goes to show there's levels to this. Now they have a game. I mean, what, match point, if I'm not wrong, a best of 7. Usually it goes all the way, but if they actually take it with a game to spare, that's kind of sending a message like, hey, teams have kind of caught up to you guys. You're no longer the kings of so-called Indian ML. It's just we're here and we want to dominate the stage. What do you guys say, Shin, Gig, Z? I mean, am I right or am I right?
You are absolutely
We-
right. And we will definitely get the answer to your question in the next game. So, game 6 of this best of 7 with Meow Meow Gang leading 3-2 with a match point under their belt. Let's see
Your
how this
team is
goes.
banning.
I think we're getting started. So, please, Gig, Kronos, take it away.
Yeah, I think. Hold on. Don't get started. I gotta get into the lobby. I'm gonna be behind. Jeez. But yeah, I think, Gig, I'm pretty excited once again because definitely the way that it was going about so far. Oh, don't tell me you guys started. Heartbreak. It's okay. Uh, nah,
It's
it's all
okay.
right. It's all right. It's all right. I think one of you probably share your screen or something. We'll figure it out. But I think, given the fact that how it's been going around, and it's been Kyle and Radium the sole focus of the entire teams thus far, right? Kyle and Radium have been the sole focus, and that's kind of creating what the other team needs. It's just a matter of time. Will they kind of figure it out or not? And just doubling down and going back to the basics is what they both are doing. Playing that front to back composition, not so much that we see on what do you call it? Not so much that we see in the meta, especially in this full dive composition that people keep going around. So it just goes to show: will there be an even kind of draft, or will it be a different story?
Yeah, as far as I know, ABM do have the tendency to actually choke up when they're in the driver's seat, but usually when they're in the back foot, they do seem to actually make a comeback, and it seems like they desperately want to be an underdog, even though they seem to be the favorites in this matchup. And the crowd as well seems to agree with me. But yeah, I don't think so. ABM is out of it. I think so. They do well under pressure more than when they're actually doing well, and we have seen it throughout the games. It was still level, and I think so. It is going to be back level, and I think so. We will have a final match even after
Who said
this.
there are no
And I
shortcuts in
expect,
life?
at least
literally
I do
invented
personally
one.
expect ABM to make a comeback. I think so. Meow Meow Gang is going to make it super difficult. They have risen up to the challenge and made it difficult throughout the tournament for any team that has faced us. And yeah, again in the final, making it difficult for EM. Actually, giving ABM the scares that they might lose out in this place. And I don't think so anyone would have expected ABM to lose to a team that I think so none of us had ever thought or dreamt of seeing beat ABM.
Yeah, I agree, and it's just the fact that now how will this
Always on the way.
transition? Because I, like you said, they kind of need to cut off ABM right here, right now, because if they need to get to the top of the mountain, they need to show that they haven't done it by struggling. They want to be cutthroat, exactly to the point. And now that's where Meow Meow Gang will just like cut them off completely. And this is the game.
Advanced, I feel always has a in the tournament of the year games of the game that personally played, but now it seems like both teams are taking it very personally. The Aurora being banned out, that Eden did play and was a menace, did help the team out with the Frigid Glacier coming in clutch every time. The Matilda as well was a menace with that X-Borg combo that we saw. And yeah, those being banned out. Of course, the Hylos that we saw, just going in literally solo, carrying his team like the Atlas, carrying the weight on his shoulders, did bring his team back in that fight as well. And then the other side, we do see 27 not being able to take the Khalid as being banned out. We see the chip again. That was essential to winning one of the games. The early game on that chip was insane, and of course, everyone's favorite, the one that has been thrown around, everyone vying for that, and it seems like ABM just shut it out and banned that.
Grants you immortality
Moskov.
or death.
Yeah, and that Moscow has been a problem, right? Deserving respect ban. Let's just call that, right? I think sang ABM praises for quite a long time now. Let's sing some praises of respect. Kyle on that Moscow was an absolute beast, and they were, doing it time and again. And right now, they went back to basics. You're like, you know what, we can't deal with it, shut it down. And guess what? We got the Vexana on that side. So mid lane priority definitely in the hands of MMG right now. So they just need to pair up with the Rome, which they did in the form of a Grok. They're hovering over the Alice on towards Joseph right now. So this could be a possible Alice jungle. Can always be flexed into the gold lane or the EXP if needed so. But at the same time, on the other side, the Phobius is just a menace of a front line, and Radium back on the Harith in the gold lane. So they'll be looking to dominate from the gold side for ABM with the help of Ryu rotating around the map quite fluidly wherever it needs to do so. But for the side of MMG right now, seems like it is the mid lane priority that they want, and they have got it. So all they have to do is force ABM and back them into a corner where they'll find it hard to rotate. And that's what they're trying to.
True love.
Is banning.
It is in despair that I false hopes.
Could have, but Radium does that Harith, and the Phobius has actually banned out throughout this season. Today, this final, Phobius was banned almost every time. There was no space with Phobius, but finally, ABM are able to select that Phobius. Alpha did work out for them, so they're going to go for that. On the other side, Joseph on that Alice was something I had to bite my tongue back because I thought he was going to get melted by Lunox and Melissa, but came in clutch, actually dominated the game. So I'm excited to see Joseph on that Alice again.
It's just a matter of time. The environment's being banned out. Oh, I think Apex going on this Jawhead. I'm not sure if that's the right play. They're trying to dominate the early game. So basically, this Jawhead and Grok give and take, right? If you're a great Grok player, you know how to counter the Grok with the Jawhead. But if you're also a great Jawhead player, you know how to counter it with the Grok. So you're just waiting for the power of if you can power. So just a give and take the entire game. So this will be a battle of micro mechanics to see more. But at the same time, it's all about MGS, right? It's all about Gang and getting that middle control in the form of Vexana and this. They're gonna in a snap. Oh my goodness, no way. They flexed this all the way to the EXP lane until now they got me in a doozy as well. With this Tigreal, now they have 3 people in the form, 4 in fact, in the form of dive. With this Grok, Claude going to be duet in the hands of Kyle, while they stop them diving on towards them with this Tigreal's implosion, protecting Eden while it dishes out the damage. So I think Meow Meow Gang have a brilliant draft set up here. The front to back composition that it works out really well, banning out the Aurora in the process, but now forcing Abby on towards a Valentina just to steal a couple of ultimates away. Yes, it's good, but is it the greatest option that they had? I don't think so.
I think so. The Tigreal could be something that they have not seen. The Claude as well does a lot of damage, but the Jawhead, I do not know who does he go for.
I can cure the pain. I harness it.
Does he go for Alice? Does he go for Vexana? Because Vexana does have that Petrify as well. Who do you think does the Jawhead actually go for?
Yeah, I think the Jawhead right now, he has that big ultimate in the form of a lockdown, right? So Unstoppable Force has to go on towards someone, but who is he? If he goes for the Cloud, he has the BMI, he has the Purify, can get out. So Vexana is the only target. As ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, and friends of all ages, get ready to get into the land of Dawn for the Prime Championship India by Prime Fusion. And I feel like this is gonna be the final game looking at Meow Meow Gang's draft, because it is game number 6 indeed in this best of 7 series. Gig, I think it's gonna be a hard one, but I'm not sure if it's gonna be Gig or Shin, because guess what, we got definitely a spicy one in our hands.
Yeah, we are waiting for both the teams to actually start poking at each other. This has been a safe start, I'd say. Look at that, already being pushed around. Abhi needs to be careful. Harusan is not someone to be messed around with, and Apex is there looming as well in that mid lane. Things could get spicy pretty soon. And look at that, Abhi playing with fire very low on HP.
Yeah, he
Absolutely. I guess there's some issue with the screen for our other casters, so I'll just join in meanwhile. We can see on the mid lane, Harusan already being the menace he needs to be, whereas Apex will get the poke from Eden, so he has to be careful getting caught up early in the game. Him getting shut down can give the goal towards Team Meow Meow Gang, which can prove fatal for their side, as on the top lane, Harith is very low, so there is rotation from both the teams to provide him assistance. But yeah, like, it is a slow pace game, whereas on the top lane, this Apex will fall, just as I was saying, Gig. He did get punished early into the game.
He doesn't have the sustain, I believe, and Ryu does get the kill on Joseph as well. It could be another kill, but Ryu does get traded. Harusan does get the trade. It could still change. Phoebus is walking up and could get a pick on Eden, but I think so that is too deep for both of them.
Anytime they get engaged on, they are there, like getting those better trades across the map. Like, their Hyper got shut down and they get a kill onto Ryu. Like, that was a smart, like, maneuver around the map. Look at Apex again trying to go in, but will get the knocker from Harusan and gets stuck behind the Guardian's barrier. Will have to expand that flicker. Won't have it for this for this turtle fight. Does have the unstoppable force. Will use it on Eden. Did not see that, and the hard guard before it could be used.
Yeah, look at that.
Nice.
Implosion comes out as well, and they take down Ubby right now. And I think it's just been so like back and forth the entire time. The trade's been made left, right, and center, but Meow Meow Gang definitely in the driver's seat. They got the turtle, but right now comes the re-engage in the form of the Spear of Alpha. But Harusan able to get out of harm's way with the flicker, throws in the emote as well. Just taunting ABM, and right now with the help of this Grok in the form of 27, they're just taunting and taunting, get that neutral objective. Kill score is 3-2, Shin, and I think this is gonna be an absolute blast of a mid game.
Absolutely. Look at like this game. Kyle already winning that lane against the Radium, so he does have that farm difference. I mean, he is in the back foot, but in the meanwhile, on the mid lane, the Eternal Guard will get used by Obi, the stolen ultimate, but nothing coming out of that. Joseph already farming up that little Wanderer. I guess Apex is not getting the game he wants to. Like, he did get the engage, but he is forced to shut down. He's not being able to go aggressive this game around. Gig.
Yeah, I think it's all coming down to how they're able to control the river. Remember, I mentioned how they need that mid lane control. They definitely get that in the form of Vexan in the hands of Eden, who's doing an absolute brilliant job trying to clear the mid lane and stop them from actually going in. And look at that Joseph. He tries to go and he has the Blood Ode, but what can Apex really do? If he tosses Joseph on towards the other side, he's just going to use the Blood Ode and get back once again. And right now, they go for the Unstoppable Force on towards Eden, and Apex will be the sole target who shall be knocked out as he is too deep, but at the same time the implosion comes out of the backside, preventing them from going in. But here comes the re-engage as well. Meanwhile, on the top side, Radium gets a solo kill on towards Kyle as the Eternal Guard picks up another kill in the hands of the Grok, as Jay here should be next in the chop and block, and Ubby will be taken down next as well. So this is really good play coming in from MMG, while ABM clearly on the back foot so far. 2,000 goal lead in the hands of Meow Meow Gang, and I bet they're throwing up some gang signs.
This is what I was talking about. Cronus, like team MMG, they are always able to, get the better trade of this team fights. Like, yeah, team ABM, they are engaging with the Jawhead, but look at team team Meow Meow Gang's counter engage. Like, they have the engage tool, they know when to use it, and just when team ABM think they have the fight on their side, there is that implosion. There is like Joseph going in, like diving onto the back line, like just catching them off guard. The turtle has
Look at that. They go on towards Kyle and forced to use the BMI, and actually right now gets taken down just before the turtle. So right now ABM sacrificing the neutral objective and going on towards the top side to provide Radium the advantage that they need. But Apex, I'm not really sure what he was thinking, sacrificed himself while his team could have gotten the advantage. So giving a free kill away, not really you see him do this quite often, making a misplay at the same time as they easily pick up the turtle, and Meow Meow Gang right now extending their goal lead and actually maintaining it still at 2K.
Absolutely. I mean, like, that was a bit unnecessary from the part of Apex. Like, he is getting caught off like pretty often, and like him doing that. Okay, look at that again. Apex being found out, and Joseph dealing the damage, and again going in, not afraid. Look at the damage coming in.
Yeah, look at Ryu, though. He gets caught out and he gets taken down. But here's the Blazing Duet at the same time. Kyle able to pick up the kill, and they get 2 in the hands of Joseph. So 3 taken down. Jay's just bonking his way on towards the Grok. But guess what? It is a Grok. You can do as much damage as you want, but he is the sole tank. He is the frontliner. He wants you to do that to him, and not realizing that they're taking the bait. Now like a fish stuck in a fishing rod, ABM, a fish out of water completely, not able to understand what is their win condition. And I feel like it all comes down to, like you mentioned, Shin, Apex caught out of position, and also who is gonna be the target for him.
Yeah, like, he is not getting the window he was looking for. Yeah, the Jawhead pick is pretty good against the Grok, but the draft genius, like the genius draft coming in from the side of team Meow Meow Gang was like just cherry on top, and like they are having the better trade. As you can see, turrets are falling for the side of team ABM, as they're not able to defend the aggression coming in. And yeah, not forget to mention, like, this Alice was like pretty lethal in the second game. I believe it was second or the third game, where like he played against the counter and like even like winning those trade-offs again on the mid lane. Look at that.
Yeah, look at that Harusan just zoning them away completely. They have this massive zone in the form of 27. The Grok and Harusan with this Tigreal, just two bodies in the front who really, you can't do much towards. And look at that, they take down Ryu instantly. They go in at the same time, they get Jay as well. He got the ejector on towards Grok, but guess what? He wants you to do that to him time and again, repeating this because Apex is falling for the trap and Radium drops down the Zaman Force, dash in his way, picks up the kill on towards Kyle, and somehow wants to get Harusan as Eden here, stopping him from doing so. Apex is his aura right now, I would say minus 10,000 after what he's done so far in the early game. And not really often you say that because 27 with this Grok pick on the EXP side actually dominating. And also, Shin, this Alice is actually a mid to late game pick and able to get these 7 kills and 4 assists. Now sitting comfortably at level 12. Definitely in the driver's seat, Meow Meow Gang.
Yeah, this is looking very different from the ABM we know. Like, we don't see them like getting this setbacks early into the game, but this game around, Team Meow Meow Gang, they are able to play for their winning condition. They are able to get this, like better trades in this team fights. They have the team fight capability, and they are using it to their fullest potential. As you can see, Team ABM are now afraid to go for the pick of like they plan for, and yeah, like this might not be good as the goal lead is just going to increase as the time passes. And on the top lane they will push the turret. Look at the bot lane, there might be an engage.
Ooh, they are trying to go in. The Blood Ode is there. They use the Unstoppable Force. The Terrify comes in at the right time. They're able to pick up the kill and into the right hands as well. Goes into the hands of Radium, the one that they need to scale right now to dish out the damage. And that was a big kill in the hands of Radium. The Joseph going down. Look at that. The goal lead is still 4K. And right now they got the item power spikes that they need. But still, I can say clearly that Meow Meow Gang still in the driver's seat unless and until they get another pick off on the side of ABM, which they're not able to do so in the form of Apex. Look at that, once again, biting off more than he could chew. They get the wild charge. Meanwhile, the back line, Eden is exposed totally and gets taken down by Ryu, as now Radium is just dancing around.
Ooh, that flaker from Harusane baiting the skills away out from Radium, but 27, is he too deep? And he will fall. And look at Joseph. He's playing with his food, and he has to back out as he's alone, and will get the Unstoppable Force brought back and will get shut down. Radium again getting that kill. This is not looking good.
Yeah, it's definitely not looking good for their side, and however you see it, it's just they're taking back control in the form of these kills and unnecessary fights that the side of Meow Meow Gang are currently picking.
Yes, I mean, they have the lead, they have the tools, but at this point they are just like being too aggressive. Look at the implosion coming in from Harusan, able to get 2 members, make it 3, and not enough damage. Eden was there with the Eternal Guard, but will fall, and Joseph will not be there on time, I believe, to take or to contest for this Lord. And okay, look at 27 with the play. Apex will fall.
Oh my goodness. Yeah,
okay.
Apex falls down. The Lord, however, is completely reset because both the junglers are not present in and around the map. But look at 27. Gets a double kill. And now Joseph can focus on the Lord without Ryu being present on the map. As 27 just forcing Jay back. And I think this Grok in the EXP lane, kind of a brilliant move indeed. The genius draft that you mentioned earlier, that Jay is now forced to play in the back foot with this Phobius, who is supposed to be quite tanky, gets taken down by Kyle as well. And Meow Meow Gang definitely get this Lord. It's not a Luminous Lord, but will be looking to press the advantage, will be looking to take that inhibitor, and now press their advantage further, and possibly even take the game over here and the series.
Absolutely, we have been talking about Kyle for a long time, and yeah, on this game he is 2-4-4, but let's not forget, like, it's not about the KT, it's about the map presence he has. He is able to take down those turrets left and right, and like it will come down to those like turrets in the late game when Team ABM won't have those for the defense. As you can see, a B being in the top spot will get out as Team Meow Meow Gang might find a gank. Look at the maneuver from Harusan. He might go for the flicker implosion.
Yeah, he wants it. He can smell it, and so can ABM. They're waiting for him. Apex just not using his ejector right now because he realizes he wants to go for the flicker play, but every time he throws him, and look at that, they get the wild charge with the flicker. They dive in with the blazing duet as well. Abby uses his own wild charge, but at the same time, they get that implosion that they were looking for. He goes down, makes the sacrifice, but takes two in the process. But on the other side, ABM get two as well. However, the side of Meow Meow Gang got what they came for, and actually even more, the top inhibitor, the mid inhibitor, so cracking the base crystal open from two different angles. Right now, definitely Meow Meow Gang have the advantage and should be asking questions towards ABM. Will this next Lord be it? Or will ABM find a way to make a comeback? Because all I see are really tight windows, especially with this Jawhead in the roam position, not dominating the early game, means that now they got to find an answer in the late game, Shin, and Radium is the only one, but he keeps getting picked off.
Yes, like Team ABM, they really need to protect their damage dealer as like they're like this Grok. I would say, like Kyle is the man. Okay, he's the man for the team. He's with those flashy plays, able to get the better fight. And but we should not forget 27. Like he just goes completely unnoticed, and the moment you don't see him, he's there. He's just there in the back line, being a menace, and like getting those skill onto those squishy members. As like time and again, he has proved on that Khalid, and this time around on the Grok, you can see him already opening up the map for his team. Another
But look
engage.
at Harusane goes in with a conceal. They get Jay with the implosion, throws everything at towards him, preventing Ryu as well. But the Blood Ode is there in the back line. They go to the Spear of Alpha. They get the kill. But at the same time, oh my goodness, what a play from Eden with that Eternal Guard, picking up the mega kill. They want to get the base crystal. Radium already dropped the Zaman Force, cracking it open. But the Blazing Duet comes out, and still Abby's able to survive. But Radium goes down. Apex is next on the chopping block. The base crystal is left exposed. Abby's the last one left standing. There's a whole wave that's coming in. He uses the Eternal Guard, but that's not enough. They get the double, but the base crystal left wide open means that the side of Meow Meow Gang pull off the upset, pull off the victory, and they are champions in this best of 7 series.
And guys, with that, we wrap up this Prime Championship. Your winners, Meow Meow Gang, in this Prime Championship India for 2024. I did not think it was going to be this much fun. But guys, I don't know about you, but everyone in this stream, at least in our team, everyone is very thankful for you guys joining in, making this a blockbuster performance. Guys, thank you all for tuning in, and thank you to our special guest Chrono also for joining us in this final day of Prime Championship India.
Hey, it was an absolute pleasure, Gig. It was an absolute pleasure. The pleasure's all mine. Hopefully, I can cast more tournaments this time around from the side of Fusion Prime. Looking to be a part of the team, a part of the family, and of course, looking to see these games crack out. And definitely, this has been such an honor to be on board with Shin, as well as Gig and Z. And of course, shout out to Crank the Tank who got me in here, as long as the other Shin. So, I mean, just doing my bit to the community so we can grow and be great. And of course, it starts with tournaments like this where Meow Meow Gang pulling off an upset with a game to spare, folks. Do not forget, it did not go down to a game 7. It was game number 6. They prevented ABM. They choked them out, just like we mentioned in the draft, Gig. And they pulled it off, Shin. And oh my goodness, what a game and what a day it was. They lost out against IGN in the Feather Arc Showdown in one of the games, losing the series to Meow Meow Gang. I want to see Meow Meow Gang in the Northeast Cup now. I'm excited.
Yeah, I'm pretty excited because this is something that we did not expect. We did expect, and we did not expect an upset. To be honest, I personally thought ABM would at least make it uh, to the final game, but it seems like Meow Meow did not even give ABM the chance for a comeback story. And yeah, this is it. Meow Meow Gang are the winners of the Prime Championship India 2024. And thank you all you guys in the stream. I know a lot of you guys are here new. If you are new to the channel, please do subscribe. But to all of you, our viewers, thank you for joining in. I would like to thank our team as well for making this tournament a success. It wouldn't have been possible without all of you. And guys, of course, We will bring more content to you, and this is good night from us. And congratulations to Mew Mew Gang on winning the Prime Championship India. Good night, guys. Stay tuned. Have fun. And yeah,
Woohoo!
this is us Prime Fusion Prime signing out.
Toodles.
God damn. Gig with the